Alright guys, what is up? Today I'm going to be making a state of every legend tier list. I'm joined by my boy Jacob today.
Yo.
Uh, this is not going to be a meta specific or season related tier list. This is just a overlook on every legend, the general state of every legend and how they fare currently. So, alright, we can start off with Ash. What do you think about Ash?
Ash, I don't know. Ash has so much utility, right? She has like it feels like when she came out, she really had a place because she was able to make a portal for a team and it was kind of instantaneous, right?
Hmm.
But now with other legends like Alter being able to use it like well actually
I mean, they did buff her recently.
yeah, they did buff Ash. Now that you can use it one-handedly, so she is a lot better. So you can use like you can heal while using her tactical,
Mm.
and you'd be
I
able to.
still think it doesn't change her core like problems though. I think I don't know, bro. I think the buffs just made her slightly less bad, if that's what you could say. You know,
I
slightly
guess.
less bad. I think she's niche,
What were
personally.
her core problems again?
Her passive is essentially useless if you don't have a death box nearby. And even if you do have a death box nearby to scan with her passive, most of the time the enemies you scan are like in a place that doesn't matter anymore. Like you'll scan someone, then the people will be across the map, and you'll be like, oh, okay. You don't you can't really do anything off of that info, you know. You
Yeah.
just scan someone. Oh, they're across the map. They're 5 POIs over. Thank you, passive. And then you compare that to like other passives. Like, come on, bro. Seer passive. I don't know. Horizon
Oh yeah.
passive.
Oh yeah. It's passive.
Newcastle passive. I don't know, like Valkyrie passive. You combine that to other passives, or even if you combine it to the other assault class legend passives like Bangalore. Even Ballistic has a low key better passive than her. Even I think every other assault legend has a better passive than her. I'm not gonna lie. Who else is an assault legend? I'm missing
Yeah,
one.
passive is uh, it doesn't really have a lot of value.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think so.
realizing it really does not have a lot of value like at all.
I think she's like I don't know. I think she's a niche personally.
Yeah, I'll say she's niche. It's not
Yeah,
like she's bad. It's not like she's really overshadowed. Like
I think she.
besides, I guess like who else can create like a portal super far away in a direction that they need
Yeah,
to
it's
be
just a
at?
better. It's like a more offensive Pathfinder zip.
Yeah, I guess like if there is something that like makes her niche and makes her not overshadowed, it's her ult.
Yeah, I think
It's
uh,
her ult for sure
if
is what
there's
kind of like makes it
yeah,
so
her
she
ult
kind of
is her
stand.
saving grace. I mean, her ult opens up insane team compositions, like crypto EMP pushes, cause like her portal is the safest way to close distance. Like you're not gonna
Yeah.
launch pad or like zip line towards a team and like be like 100% safe as you would with a Ash portal, right? Like if you're
It's like
playing
a
aggressive, then yeah,
it's like a Newcastle ult, but they can you can
yeah.
the whole team can take.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, there's so many situations where I get cooked, and then I'm like, damn, bro, I hope they don't have an Ash portal. Because if they did, dude, their whole team could port on me and just cook me. Like, there's nothing I could do about it. So, it's like, that's her niche, like, saving grace right there, the portal.
Yeah, the portal. But sometimes so I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'd be up against an Ash player and a Tactical can sometimes cook me, like especially if I'm running away. and the fucking and the Ash is actually good with the tactical placements.
Oh, yeah, for
And yeah,
sure.
that can be pretty good for like enclosed spaces like Hammond
Yeah.
Labs. Like if you just drop off Hammond Labs and you just place it right, and then
Yeah, still niche though,
you go for
right?
a weapon, but still pretty
Yeah,
niche. Yeah, it's still
that's,
pretty niche. Like I would rather have like a like I don't know,
it's
like
no
a
fuse
Wraith
knuckle cluster.
tactical. Yeah, I would rather have like a knuckle cluster, a Wraith portal. I don't know, even
Yeah.
a yeah, like even like a conduit heal,
Mad Maggie drill, yeah.
Mad Maggie drill. I would rather have all those other options, but
Yeah, okay,
her
so,
tactical's not too bad, so it's just niche,
alright,
I would
niche.
say.
Alright, so alter. I mean, you already know what I'm about to say about alter, but what do you
Okay,
think?
yeah.
What do you think?
Alter, I think
No bias.
I feel like she
I mean, she's only been out for a season, so we haven't seen enough of her.
from what I have seen from both you and from people online, it's between like always has a place and viable. Because I'm
Uh-huh.
not gonna lie, like sometimes I'll push up with on a team right with the altar on my team, and they'll place a portal like from where we're pushing from,
Yeah.
and we get just absolutely fucking cooked. We just get absolutely cooked on the
Uh-huh.
push. Like one of our teammates gets knocked or something, so we just take portal, and then we just res, and then we're able to actually have that fallback to not get shit on.
I mean,
And
her ult is pretty
without that, we
insane.
would have got her ult is pretty insane. Her
Yeah.
tactical too, being able to open up like being able to do creative mix-ups.
Yeah, her
Creative
gimmicks
mix-ups.
are just good enough to like not get her a niche. Cause like I feel like she's super gimmicky, but then like her gimmick, I don't know, her gimmick has a high skill ceiling that you can make really work.
What was her passive again?
Looting death boxes from afar, which is
You
also
know,
pretty niche passive, but like it's
no, honestly, I wouldn't say so because you're able to see if like, are you able to? Is it does
it's like a
the
75
loot
meter
box you're
range.
losing up? Does it update while you're in it? Like, let's say someone's on a death box,
Yeah, it
right,
does, it
and they're looting it.
does.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't. I wouldn't say that it's niche. I would say her passive's actually like really good because you're able to see how many death boxes are in an
I
area. If
think
there's
it's
like
good for
15
sure.
boxes, if there's 15 death boxes in an area, like holy shit, there's a fuck ton of loot
Yeah,
here. Let's go loot this area.
it's
This is a
good for
hot spot
sure,
right
but
here.
it's like I don't know. It's not like the type of niche where I say like it only works in like the most certain scenarios. I think it's just niche like I don't know. It's just such a specific like passive. It's not like it's such a I don't know. It's not gonna help like win a fight or anything. You know. It's just like a I don't know how to explain it.
Well, I really don't see
General
it as
news.
like
It's not like a
a
general news case passive. You know.
yeah. I don't see it as like a I don't see it as just a way to get loot. Like oh, I'm in a fight somewhere. I'm in a big fight. I need to go get loot somewhere. There's a death box here, and I can get a shield swap. I see it
Yeah.
as like a information tool, like
Yeah.
like a tool to get
Yeah. That's
information
for
out of.
sure. But
Because it can definitely be that. You can definitely get information out of her passive, which is like it's not better than a seer passive, obviously, but just
okay.
the fact that you have that on top, I would say she's for sure viable.
Yeah.
If her whole
I
her
mean.
passive, like
I
all
think
her,
she's only gonna
like
keep getting buffed. She's gonna keep getting buffed. I mean,
yeah, plus that thing you're able to do with her portal, dimensional waltzing.
look at her pick rate, bro. For a legend that's only a season old, and this is her pick rate, yeah, she's gonna keep getting buffed. So right now she's viable. Who knows, bro? She might become meta. You agree on viable?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
agree on
think like
viable.
high mid viable. Yeah. All right, so ballistic.
Ballistic.
Ballistic. Oh man,
I don't.
I think
I don't know,
he's.
man. I feel like he's overshadowed.
I think he's
I don't
overshadowed.
even think he's. I don't even think he's niche.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, you could make an argument for him being niche, but I wouldn't. I would just straight up say like he's overshadowed. Like everything that he can do, I feel like you would have a much better chance of doing whatever you're trying to do with another legend.
Yeah, he takes way too much effort to make work at a like competent level. Like you have to do way too much to make this man work at a decently high level.
Yeah,
Uh,
his tactical, his frustration ability, right? So it can't really be too powerful. You still have like a couple shots, and even then, can't they just switch weapons? Like
yeah.
switch weapons and then
No, they can't switch weapons. No.
or like switch weapons, use it and then go back to the weapon that they actually want.
Mm. It doesn't matter what weapon they shoot with. I don't think. It's just on them until they shoot it with whatever gun. Talking about his or talking about his
It's tactical.
whistler. Yeah.
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 Like if I have a havoc and I'm like, oh shit, they're pushing up on me, but I need to get this thing off me now. I would just switch to my secondary like a massive and then use that and then switch back to my havoc.
No, it works for all guns.
For
It
real?
overheats all guns. Yeah, even if you switch, it overheats all guns.
But then
But
once you overheat,
yeah,
does it
but
go away?
yeah, it goes away. Yeah, yeah. But the thing that my problem with him is that even if you have him at a master level, right, like number one ballistic, he only provides like uh, a set limit amount of value. Like if value had a numerical number that you could compare it to, his would be a set number that could never go higher or lower. It'll always just be this amount of value if you master him every time. Like he can't provide you any more than what his kit does innately. You get what I mean? Like you can't
Yeah,
squeeze more value out of him. His
yeah,
kit
kind of
only
like
does what his kit does, you know?
not many ways to use it differently.
Yeah, it'll always provide like the whatever you're expecting from it, it'll always do that. It's not gonna have like some I don't know like some I don't know. It's just it's pretty basic. Like it's pretty simple. His kit is super simple, but like it's like I don't know, complicated but simple kit. If you get what I mean. Like if you
Yeah,
pop his ult, what are you gonna get out of it? Like faster straight speed, faster reload, infinite ammo. But that's all you're gonna get, right? Like you're never gonna get more than that. Right? That's all you're gonna get. You're just gonna get whatever it gives. Like what I mean by this, like if I give an example, like uh Rampart Sheila, right? Her Rampart's ultimate. What do you get from her
yeah,
ultimate? You get a fucking minigun, right? So obviously you can kill people with that and stuff, but then her minigun provides more than just killing people, right? You can one man a balloon tower, right? You can break down doors with it. You can destroy like other rampart walls with it. Uh, it it has more value outside of just oh I can kill people with this, right? It provides more utility. But ballistic, no, like his ult can't really give you any more than what it's already giving you. I don't know.
yeah. Just like purely combat focused, but other than that, it really has no more versatility.
Yeah, I mean, I will.
Purely just combat focused ult. But
Yeah,
other than
I mean,
that, like,
I mean he'll help you win a fight, but he's not gonna
yeah,
help
for sure.
you. He's not gonna help you get into a better position or a better spot or he needs a very specific team comp to make work to make up for his weaknesses. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's just way too overshadowed. There's plenty of other legends that can help you win a fight with combat focused abilities. That are way more ease of use than ballistic. I mean, look at this guy. Uh,
okay. Okay, fucking Revenant.
Alright,
Okay, we'll get to him soon.
but yeah,
Talk
so
about fucking Revenant.
overshadowed is where I think he's gonna stay for a while, probably.
Oh yeah, sure.
He's been getting
Unless
buffed.
the
He's been getting buffed like back to back to back, and yeah. All right.
like he, I don't know, like ballistic. He, he's definitely not bad, right? Like if you're pairing with like an Octane, right? Like remember when me and you were playing ballistic and I was playing Octane, right? And I was
Oh
actually
yeah.
hitting on my shots. Was like
Yeah.
that was crazy. I
Oh
think that
yeah.
was one of the most craziest things, like back to back 2v3s where
Oh
we were
yeah.
just 2v3ing every single team because we were able to have the speed and the reload speed and being able to
Yeah.
keep
And
up
the
the
Octane's
tempo.
Launchpad.
Octane's Slashpad as well to just
Yeah.
kind of traverse the map. And
That.
this is on Olympus, so like super small map.
Yeah. See, that's what
So
I mean. Yeah.
his ult definitely does provide like a bunch, like it's definitely powerful. It like really
Yeah.
does up the tempo of the fight if you're able to like and the enemy team's not going to be able to match it
Mhm.
unless they have a ballistic of their own.
Which is yeah.
But like what I mean, okay, so boom boom. Let's say you managed to clutch the 2v3, right? Oh fuck yeah, ballistic's the best character in the game, right? But then what happens when you have to get out the ring and you have basically like kind of no movement? What
Mhm.
is your ult gonna really gonna do there? What's your passive gonna do?
Yeah.
What's your
Exactly.
tactical gonna do?
Yeah.
Right?
That's
It's not
why.
like
Yeah.
it's not gonna provide much value other than that. And if
Exactly.
you really value that, then I guess Ballistic could be like a pretty good character. But I mean, just look at Revenant, man. I mean, I don't know if you're relying on a Ballistic ult to 2v3 every single time. I don't know. I don't think that is necessarily required to 2v3. I feel like communication, like you any two characters would be able to 2v3 with communication and with the players being good enough.
Yeah. I think he's very
Right?
team
But
comp
Ballistic's ult,
dependent.
yeah, but his ult just makes it easier. But it's not like his ult makes it 100% guaranteed.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so
He's
I would
right.
still say he's overshadowed by other like combat legends.
Yeah. You need a very specific team comp and play style to make him work. To make him viable. Um. We'll move on to Bangalore though. Very
Bangalore. Bangalore,
controversial
all right.
character. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just say she always has a place.
Oh yeah, I would say the same thing. I think she always has a place. I mean,
I
even
don't
after
think
her
she's must pick
nerfs,
anymore.
she's still being playing. She's still being played in ALGs.
Yeah, I don't think she's a must pick, but I do think that she always has a place. Yeah, I mean,
like just
A smoke
she's
is
the
a
only
smoke,
character who
right?
can does a yeah, a smoke is a smoke. Like there's a
Yeah.
reason why a smoke grenade has been in every single game,
Yeah, it's an
competitive game like CS:GO, Valorant. Yeah, a smoke is
yeah.
a smoke.
Can you imagine if Valorant didn't have smokes and like how would you
Or like
play
CS:GO
Valorant if
didn't
there are
have a
no
smoke.
smokes? Yeah.
Yeah, like how
That
would you
just
play
goes
those
to
games if there
show
was
how
smoke?
that just goes to show how viable a smoke is. I mean,
Yeah, like a
yeah,
smoke.
so
At the end of the day, a smoke grenade is a smoke grenade. Like it's gonna do
yeah.
a job. It's gonna give you cover. It's gonna give you yeah, it's gonna give you cover. It's gonna be able to for
Yeah,
you to
break
push
line
up
of
on more
sight.
teams,
Yeah.
break line
It's
of
super
sight.
versatile character.
Very versatile. So I'm yeah,
I
I
mean,
would say always has a
I
place.
mean, her ult is a missile bombardment that covers the entire map.
Yeah, and
Um,
they always seem to have it. I don't know.
Her passive is free movement speed boost that you don't even have to
Hmm.
do anything for. You know, you just play the game as normal and you'll just
I think
get
her
it for
passive
free.
is one of the most activated passives like of all
Yeah,
time.
I think Octane's probably is.
Oh yeah,
But
I should yeah yeah. Never
or
mind. But like
Seer,
maybe like a
honestly
close
Seer. Actually, no, Crypto. Every time
Seer.
that fool goes into his drone, his passive's activated.
Yeah, I guess. But how often are you in your drone?
I don't know, but
But
yeah, her
yeah,
passive is pretty
Bangalore's
dumb.
passive is her passive is always being activated. Like if you're playing the game, you're gonna use your passive, and it's gonna happen every single time. Every single time that your passive can be activated, it's gonna be activated.
Yeah, I mean, pretty stupid. Her perks are
Her
good too. I mean,
her perks are good. Her ult is basically just like a
yeah.
area denial ult. Good for covering buildings, delaying pushes, starting a push. Yeah, I would say Bangalore always has a place because of her versatility and how well she can do in basically almost any scenario.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. I'm probably gonna say the same on Bloodhound. Always has a place, in my opinion. But what do you think?
For real?
I think Bloodhound
Well,
always has a place. I mean, wall hacks are kind
I
of ageless when you think about it.
yeah,
You can't really age a wall
I guess
hack.
I guess I would say I could see why he always has a place, but I also could see like an argument as to like es- especially in this meta as to like there are better options. Like why would you play? I don't know. Wall hacks are wall hacks. It definitely does make sense, and he's definitely easy to play.
Yeah.
But is he
He's
always has a place?
he's a news. I would put him in always has a place. I feel like personally, like if I'm playing ranked and I see my teammate choose Bloodhound, I'm not gonna complain, right? I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck, you chose Bloodhound, and like, oh your character's not gonna do anything for us. Like, no, like every time he scans, it's gonna be helping the team, right? Like
Yeah,
the scan's enough to carry him. I mean, like it's just like 125-degree view of wall hacks. Like I don't know. I personally think that his scan, unless they nerf the range of it, always has a place because it just scans so much, bro. It basically always scans an entire POI almost. So, but
yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, when Alex used to play Bloodhound, right, and we would be on a team comp, every single time he would do a scan, within like a second of your scan going off, or half a second of your scan going off, you can automatically like realize, all right, this guy is soloed off from his team. It doesn't matter if he's split from his team even a little bit. You're able to literally see it because you have wall hacks.
hmm
So
yeah,
yeah, I guess I could say yeah, Bloodhound would also go in. Always has a place. I mean, it. All he has to do is press one button,
yeah,
and just
literally.
like that, all of his utility is just right there for your team to use.
Yeah.
That's all he has to do. It really is like really easy to use.
hmm
Yeah, there's really no way you can fuck it up unless you miss somehow.
Yep. Yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah, being able to
you just can't
see
go
like
wrong with him, right?
yeah, with it, you just can't go wrong. Yeah, I think yeah, I would also put him in. Always has a place.
All right.
Like his ult. How'd they nerf his ult again? He doesn't have any like you can't see through smoke, right?
Longer cooldown. Yeah, can't see people through smoke anymore. And his scan isn't. You can't spam his scan in his ult anymore. So his ult is basically just for the red highlights, like in line of sight and speed boost. It doesn't really. It's not really for anything else anymore. But
Still not bad. I mean, his scan is kind of what the main thing about him,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, I would also put him in always has a place. Definitely weaker than the other recons, but
yeah. I will.
always has a place.
Before his nerf, I would have put him in must pick, honestly.
Yeah, with the
Because he
can't
was
see
just
shit meta.
so, yeah, with the can't see shit meta, because he could see everything, so he was a must pick. Yeah, you had to play him if you wanted to see. But now that he's gotten tuned down along with Bangalore, yeah, he still has a place. I mean, it's Bloodhound. Um, Enough about that guy, or that person. Uh,
Oh,
we'll move on to Catalyst. Alright. What do you think about
Catalyst.
Caddy?
The same thing you said about Bloodhound, I think I would say about Catalyst. Like, there
Really?
has never been a moment to where a Catalyst has been on my team. Like, someone chooses Catalyst, and I'm thinking like, oh fuck, you fucked up the whole team.
Uh-huh.
That has never happened. Every time I see someone pick a Catalyst, I'm like, all right, look at that. We have a pretty flexible legend on our team.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
controller legend.
I
Like
am
I was
inclined. I'm pretty inclined to agree with you. Yeah. I mean,
like, there's never
Catalyst.
been a situation where I would say like, oh fuck, why'd you pick Catalyst, bro? Unless we already have like a controller
Yeah.
like
Catalyst is
legend.
insane. Yeah.
Like
Catalyst is
if
insane.
someone is like Catalyst kind of goes with can Catalyst can go with every single team comp
Yeah.
if she's your
I think
controller
she's the
legend.
best controller legend in my opinion. I mean, like even when she was nerfed like 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, whatever, when she was nerfed, I still thought she was like insane. Like she can still barricade doors and she can still like wall and throw spikes down. Like her kit innately is just like strong. Like
Yeah,
there's not much
versatility.
there's not much flaws in her kit. Like the only reason that people stopped using her was the same reason people stopped using Seer before his Watson made him popular. It was, oh, this super strong character got some nerfs and now she's dog shit. Like, no, she still does what she does. Even if it's slightly a little bit worse, she still does what she always has. So unless they change that, then she always has a place. So
Yeah, her base kit just her base kit all around. Being
just
able to reinforce doors, place traps, and like use them as like
yeah,
as
I
a way to
mean,
clear off an area.
it's
And
just
her
too
wall
good.
too, her
It's
ult
just
too.
too
Oh
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
her
she's
ult.
just too versatile, too good. No flaws with her really. So she's yeah,
What was her passive again? I keep forgetting.
barricading doors.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, I forgot. I forgot. I thought there was an ability. Oh yeah, her passive. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
might as
saying that
well
was part
be.
of
It
her
has
kit.
a 3 second cooldown. One of the
That
best passives in the
I
game.
am surprised that has not gotten nerfed.
Yeah,
I am
me
surprised
too.
that hasn't been like 5 seconds. I'm surprised that someone's able to throw a nade at your door, and then 3 seconds later, oh, I put that
I
shit
I
back up.
think once they do nerf that to a questionable like amount, then I
Maybe
will
like
for
six
sure.
seconds.
Yeah, I will for sure start questioning her power a bit if they nerf the door barricade. But even then, she still can wall. She can still put spikes down. Like she's still great. We'll move
Yeah,
on
for
to
sure.
Caustic. Uh,
Caustic, I don't have a lot of experience with Caustic. Fighting against him, playing as him. Most of my experience with all these legends comes from from what I've seen from other players and like what I've fought against.
yeah,
And really all I can say about Caustic is that he's really fucking annoying to play against.
I think he's viable. I don't
But I
know.
would, yeah, for sure. I would definitely say if he's viable, but like I can't give her exactly a reason because he's definitely not niche. He's
Well,
definitely strong.
yeah, he's
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 definitely a
strong for
strong character.
sure. It's just that
Definitely a strong controller
when you
legend.
consider the meta, you will probably put him lower. But since we're not considering the meta and just like the how strong a character is, the state of the
Yeah, like and what
character,
they
he's
provide, just
he's
like
he's
state of the
viable.
character, and
I
yeah,
mean,
like
he still does what he
he definitely
does.
does add to a team comp.
Yeah, I
So a
mean,
controller legend. I
he
mean,
still
he does
makes it
what a
so you
controller
can't.
legend
He still
has
makes it
to.
so you can't see shit. I mean, his gas lingers. His ult is a fucking gas
His ult is
bomb.
literally non-destructible. There's no way you can get rid of it.
Yeah, so I
Like you
mean,
have to either leave the area or bunker down.
he's one of those characters in Endgame alongside like Fuse and Gibby, where if they're alive in
Oh
Endgame,
yeah,
you're kind
oh
of
yeah,
cooked. You're kind
oh
of
yeah.
cooked. But yeah, I think he's viable. He's good.
Caustic, yeah, I would say he's viable.
Oh, Conduit. Okay, Conduit.
Conduit.
I'm gonna have to say, always has a place. What do you think? Honest opinions.
Yeah, yeah. I would always has a place. If
Hmm.
it wasn't for her heal, then I would just say she's viable. But she's like the only character that can heal you. She's the only one that can do that.
Honestly,
She's the only one who can just boop, boom, you're back in the fight. You're not getting regen. Just hold the door for like 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and you're good to go.
yeah, she breaks the fighting loop of battle royale games. All right. Because how fights go in Apex is you fight, you do damage, you crack or you get cracked, and if you get cracked, you stop to heal. She literally takes that step of the fight loop and eliminates it. All right, you no longer have to wait and heal or stop and heal. You just keep fighting, and just because of that, you can keep the tempo of the fight up. You can force the fight to keep going in your favor, and then it's really stupid. I mean, people,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
people
would
who
say
break
like
the fundamentals of a fight, kind of, in my opinion, are OP as fuck. I mean,
yeah. I would say about Connor. Plus her ult is like a her ult can definitely be used. Her ult is versatile, not the most versatile, but you can
that was
definitely
very
use it
good.
creatively. You can use it creatively. There's like that room to expand on her ult. Besides besides what it is, like oh it's a wall, where you can use it in different ways depending on how creative you are.
Yeah, her ult, you can't really
Plus
go wrong with
that,
her ult. I mean,
yeah, that on top of her already like amazing ability to just oh boo, I heal you, bro. I heal you. Get back
yeah.
in the fight, bro. Just hold the door and just don't shoot for like 4 seconds and boom.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. I would say like I would always like to have. I would never mind Conduit on my team. I'd be like, all right, Conduit,
Yep.
let's go.
Mhm. Uh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Breaks fundamentals of the fighting loop. Yeah. Pretty always will always have a place. Crypto. I personally think crypto, especially now, I think he's viable. I don't think he's a must pick. I just think he's viable.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he's a must pick.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Really?
I don't
Are
think
you
he's a must
serious?
pick. No, I don't think he's a
Are you
must
being
pick.
serious? Not even always has a place? Are you dead
I don't
serious?
think he always has a place. No. The reason I say
If
that
he's
is
viable?
because to play crypto, uh, and to make him viable, he's kind of team comp dependent. And not only is he team comp dependent, he's playstyle dependent. Your team needs to have like a decently aggressive playstyle while not being too aggressive. Because if you want to play off his EMPs, you gotta be a pretty good aggressive team. Um,
Yeah.
but then like you also have to be kind of passive to neutralize crypto in the first place. And then your team just has to work well with a crypto player in order to make him work at his best. And because of that, I don't think he always has a place. You know, like if I play ranked and I get a crypto on my team, I go, oh, I hope he's a good crypto, right? I don't go, oh, hell, oh, it's nice, it's a crypto, right? I don't react the same way as if I get a bloodhound, right? Because unlike bloodhound, a bad crypto can actually affect your game, while like a bad bloodhound can't, right? Like if the crypto's just sitting in his drone, like obviously it's gonna fuck your game. So not only does the crypto have to be very high skilled, your team has to work well with him too. And I don't know. Because of that, I don't think he always has a place. He's very specific play style and team comp. And you know, your team has to have good synergy with each other, in my opinion. But
Alright, so for this tier list, are we doing it as if like it's a set of 3 players? Or if it's just
I
like
don't know.
singled out, like the characters by
I'm just
themselves?
thinking of the bigger picture, you know.
Right? And would the bigger picture include like the people you're playing with or the person who's controlling the legend?
I don't know. I think you should consider both.
Yeah, like cause crypto, I for sure think that if you have a even like a decent crypto, or even if you start playing crypto and start learning him, I would say like if you start learning crypto, right, and you actually start playing him and you start learning him and you just like oh you just play pubs or whatever, or even if you play ranked by yourself, yeah, I would argue that he would always have a place. Like in the
Really,
beginning when you're in the beginning when you play crypto, for sure I would say like oh he's just viable.
always has a
But like
place.
I would say that. I don't know, man. He has the
But
best information gatherer tool in the game.
I just don't think he fits in every team comp though. I don't know.
I could see that though. I could see that though.
I don't know. Like,
What team comp would you say he wouldn't work in?
let me see. Like, let me think. mm, I don't think he. I mean, you definitely could put him with Pathfinder because Pathfinder is the most popular legend, right? So
Hmm.
if we use Pathfinder as an example, you could use them together, but I don't know. Would you EMP and then zipline towards the team? You definitely could, but I feel like a good team might just one mag one of you guys off the zipline. I don't know. I just don't feel like he works with every team comp. I guess.
If because I would put him in always has a place because I'm assuming that like there's three players all within a call,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all in a
yeah. Okay,
Discord
that's
call,
fair.
right? Like
Yeah.
I'm assuming that if you have three people in a Discord call all playing ranked together, right? And like you have a crypto on your team, yeah, I would say he always has a place. Like yeah, like
Okay.
in a single match,
I
if you're playing
see.
by yourself, maybe not.
Yeah, I see that.
Even though I'm contradicting myself for what I said
I see
earlier.
that.
But if even if it's like two people, actually no, if it's two people, I think he would be just viable. But if it's three people in a Discord call all together, you're able to kind of even if you're picking like a Pathfinder or like a team synergy that's not quite the best, I still think with just pure communication and with just pure fundamentals, he would always have a place in a team comp.
Hmm.
Because
Okay, yeah. I
let's
could
say
agree
right,
with that.
let's say you have like a crypto right, and he's your IGL because I feel like I feel like the crypto should always be the IGL because he knows more than you, and he can make faster decisions than you while knowing more.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would for sure say like you would be able to see a fight, see what's around you, being like, okay, there's two squads here. You'd be able to find a squad, and you'd be able to find maybe if you find one, and you'd be like, all right, we can quickly like they're in a building though. I can quickly EMP this, and we Pathfinder zipline. Pathfinder make the zipline like right now. Make the zipline right now, right towards that building. You ping the building or whatever building you're talking about. EMP, and the team basically has kind of really not a long time to react. Like if you tell their Pathfinder, I make this before I even pop my EMP, you would be able to simultaneously damage the team, get a head start while also making distance on them,
Yeah.
right?
That's
And
fair.
I mean, like unless that fucking enemy has big balls and they just like, okay, I'm gonna peek you on the zip line while I'm only have a like a white shield or something or no shield. It's like, oh, I'm low health. I have low shield because I had a purple shield, but now I have a white shield now because you took two shields off. Oh, I don't care, but I'm gonna peek you. Unless they do that, then yeah, I guess. But still, like if they're in
Hmm.
the building, you will be able to know all that.
That's fair.
And I guess, yeah,
I
I
mean,
guess I
right
could
now he is
always,
very strong, so.
I could always see him being useful to the team, no matter the team comp it is.
Hmm.
Like,
You're
I
right.
don't know, maybe I'm like the crypto glazer. I don't know if I'm glazing, but every single time that a crypto has been on my team, even like if it's a questionable crypto, I don't know, I feel like I always benefit from it.
That's fair. I
I'm like,
mean,
oh,
he
I'm
has
using
a lot of
SRA.
utility, so. I guess I'm
And
thinking
it,
more of like pre-buff crypto, but yeah, current crypto for sure. Now that you remind me, yeah, I mean current crypto is fucking really
yeah,
strong
like
with his new perks and everything too.
I would say he's fucking strong. Not a must pick. Definitely not a must pick. I wouldn't say that. Because unless you master crypto, if you master crypto, then I would say he's a must pick. But not everyone has mastered crypto. Like the
Okay.
average person is just now picking up crypto because of how powerful he is. But yeah, I would always say like he always has a place for sure.
Okay. That's fair. I'd
What's his
agree
pick
with
rate right
that.
now?
His pick rate is 4.4. Wow, he's
Yeah,
top 10.
he's on the come
He's
up. He's
top
on the
8.
come up. People are now like people starting to realize just how powerful he is. And if people stick to him, people actually stick to learning how he can play and what value he provides. I would say he's a like always has a place for sure.
Okay. Um, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, you convinced me. Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah, but what you were saying before, like if you have a bad crypto, oh yeah, that could definitely fuck up your entire game. So I see why you put him in viable, but I guess I'm thinking of this tier list in more of like a three people in
yeah, I
one
mean
Discord
his
call,
utility
three
and
stacking.
versatility is kind of like unlimited. Like
Yeah,
what we
it's
said
kind
for
of like a
ballistic, where he has set value, I feel like crypto has like unlimited value. So
yeah, you're as good as he's as good as you make him.
yeah, so yeah, that's
I like to
fair.
say.
Fuse,
Fuse.
uh, hmm. Fuse is interesting because he's for sure
Def-
minimum he's
he's just
viable,
yeah, minimum he's viable.
minimum.
Minimum.
But does he always
There's
have a place? Does he always have a place? Uh, I mean, okay. Here's the thing though. When you ask the question, does Fuse always has a place? You have to ask the question, do grenades always have a place in your inventory? Do grenades matter?
I think
If you
I
say
would say
yes,
yeah,
then he immediately goes here. If you don't think
but
grenades matter, then he goes here. Because his kit
I
is
guess.
quite literally infinite grenades, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why fucking every fuse can blow their load so often.
Yeah, so like
They have so many nades.
you can't really diss on Fuse without dissing on grenades. Because Healer has two grenades on demand at all times, right? And those
Yeah.
grenades are amazing, right? Unique grenades to him only, and they cover a lot of area, do a fuck ton of damage. They stick to you. Like his grenades aren't no pushover. So then you just have to ask the question. You just have to ask the question like, do grenades matter? And obviously grenades matter. So just because of that, honestly, I might have to put him in always has a place. Because when I think of Fuse,
I mean,
I think of grenades.
uh-huh.
And grenades always have a place. I always pick up grenades. Always. I always need a grenade. I always ask for grenades. I always go, oh, do you guys have a nade to throw in this guy? Like, I always need a nade in 90% of my fights. And Fuse solves that problem. So,
Yeah, but like what you said about ballistic, right? Is if that's all he is, I mean,
he has more. That's not all he is. That's just like, when you think about what he brings to the table, you think about that.
yeah.
I mean, he can obviously carry a fuck ton of grenades, like actual loot grenades. His ult obviously takes a lot of space up. It gives you wall hacks if you covered on a building. Like he has utility outside of just grenades. But grenades are the best utility in the game besides wall hacks. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
grenades are
I mean,
just
hold on.
woof.
The amount of times I fucking a grenade has opened up like so many options for me to do, and yeah, I would say so.
But I would personally say he always has a place. Just because grenades always have a place in these type of games. He kinda I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm just a grenade glazer, but I just think grenades are just so strong, man. Like being
No,
able
they are.
being able to just like go, oh, I don't want you there anymore. You should go somewhere else. No, you have to go somewhere else. You should move somewhere else. Otherwise, you're gonna get spanked. On demand is just like such an amazing thing. Like you're fighting someone, they take cover. I don't want you there anymore. Your permission has been revoked. You're not allowed to sit there anymore. I mean, you can, but you'll die, right? Like you gotta think about it like that. So I don't know, bro.
Yeah,
I think Fuse is fucking. He's strong, bro.
yeah. If he's your assault or like your like if you already have like a controller or a recon on your team, I guess he would always have a place. Like if we're going by like the if it's a three stack, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. I'm just not realizing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess he would always have a place. You kind of convinced me.
Mm.
But the only thing that's really like making me have second thoughts is like
Uh-huh.
his lack of mobility.
But
No, like he's a skirmisher role,
his
yeah, but
purple
his per
perk
his
gives him a speed boost when you hit someone with a knuckle cluster. I don't know if you'll count that, but it's movement related.
um,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
yeah, yeah. I'm thinking of all like things like what do other skirmishers do?
But he's an assault. He's not a skirmisher.
Or I mean assault. Yeah, I mean what do other assaults do compared to Fuse? And I guess I guess as an assault character and what purpose and the role he plays, he would always have a place in a
I,
team
th-
comp.
I think he's the biggest area denier assault
Oh yeah,
character.
oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know, bro. I just
Same
feel like he
thing.
always has a place, me personally. But I could definitely see him being high viable.
Yeah, that's kind of where I would put him, high viable. Like somewhere in between always has a place and viable because
I don't know, bro. I just like I don't know if I'm glazing grenades, right? But just his power remains consistent throughout the entire length of a match, right? Early game, his grenades, his node clusters are always gonna fucking destroy you. Mid game, they're gonna destroy you, right? Because that's when people are starting to rotate and like get into buildings and third parties and shit. And then you move into end game where like securing the win matters. And then you're just here with Fuse with 10 nades in your inventory, 2 knuckle clusters, and a mother load. And then you're like, yeah, this win's guaranteed. Yeah, so if anything, his power doesn't stay consistent. His power gets stronger as the game goes on. And it's not like he's weak and then gets strong. He's strong and then gets stronger. So I don't know, bro. I just feel like he's fucking strong, bro. But we'll leave him here for now. High viable.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have to go through all the other legends first, and and then I'll make my mind up on Fuse.
all right.
Cause I'm yeah,
Yeah, that's
let's
fine.
do
Yeah.
Gibby.
Yeah, so Gibby.
Overshadowed, bro. Overshadowed, bro. I put that motherfucking overshadowed immediately, bro. Immediately, I put that
I don't
motherfucking
know.
overshadowed.
I don't know. Hmm.
Cause he's a Newcastle. Or I mean, not a Newcastle. A Gibby. Like a Gibby is not like a g- is not an easy character to play. It's not like, oh, I place my shield down, boom, that's it. No, no, your shield can fuck up your entire team. He can fuck up your team if your Gibby does one thing wrong, and like it can lead to your death.
Hmm.
It can lead to your whole like your the you losing the team fight
Yeah.
if the Gibby fucks up his dome or his ult. But it's not like he's bad. It's not like his dome is bad because it's the only thing in the game that's indestructible cover for
Yeah.
the duration that it lingers.
Yeah.
And it's not like his passive isn't bad either. Like his gun shield, I don't
He's
know.
good.
I find it quite annoying. So I wouldn't put him. Ah,
I don't think
I
he's
guess I would put him in
niche.
niche.
I don't know. I don't think he's. I don't.
Like I don't know. Like the game Apex has evolved past the point of like what Gibby provides. I guess.
Yeah,
Like
I think he's
I think
overshadowed.
I think he's overshadowed because
I do
the
think he's
game is
overshadowed.
the game is no longer pertaining to his kit. His kit is kind of like
Yeah,
outdated. You know,
honestly,
like there are just better options to keep up with the pace of games and yeah,
yeah, honestly,
I would say he's overshadowed.
I think at this point, yeah, he's definitely overshadowed. I mean,
I
obviously
would say
Newcastle
like
is here for better,
yeah,
stronger shield plays, but then his hitbox is just like you can't you can't get away with having that big of a hitbox anymore in Apex, you know? Because we have shit like Sheila, Vantage Sniper now. Uh, we like getting hit now in the current state of Apex is more punishing than it ever was before in Apex, right? Like you really see all these Vantages hitting you with a sniper and takes 90% of your health away with just two shots.
yeah,
And now it's even easier because you have a big, fat, triple-sized hitbox. Yeah, that's not something you want, bro. Uh, he's just too big. I think is his dome is good, but then if you don't end the fight the moment your dome is played, then you kind of just lose. If your dome goes away and the fight's still not finished, and everyone's just kind of hanging around in the open or whatever, you kind of just like it's a 50-50 of who wins after that. Uh, his ult is obviously good. His gun shield is I don't know. His gun shield's whatever. It's not bad. It's not doesn't provide anything for the team. It's nothing crazy. But
yeah. Now with
yeah,
the gun shield pop up too.
I'd
I don't know.
I mean he could
I feel like
revive
it's
inside
starting
the
to.
dome,
I mean,
but then we
would you
have
rather have a Gibby? Yeah, we have revive characters like
yeah he's not
Lifeline and Newcastle that do his job better.
and this is not even taking into account counters like come on like Mad Maggie's right here.
Mad
One
Maggie.
drill, boom, your bubble's done. Uh, okay, sure. You drill my bubble, I'll stand on the outside, opposite of where the drill is. Okay, then she'll just Mad Maggie ball it and delete the bubble entirely. So I don't know, bro. He not even taking into account counters, he's overshadowed. You take into account his counters, he's like cooked. So I don't know. And then his hitbox is obviously like his biggest downfall. So I don't know, bro. You for sure
Yeah,
could you could make an argument for him being a niche, but
I feel like yeah, I
it's
think
not.
he's overshadowed, man.
You would have to spend way too much time on this guy to make him viable or niche. It's just not worth it. You could spend that time mastering Newcastle and get better results than Gibby ever could. So, I mean, even Horizon. I mean, Horizon's obviously one of the most popular characters. She could literally just run inside the bubble and throw her lift down, and then all of a sudden your lift or your bubble can't be used anymore. Because every time you try to go inside, you just take the lift. So I mean, yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
so yeah, overshadow.
I'd definitely put him in overshadow.
Would you think
I'd
he's
definitely
worse than
put him.
Ballistic though?
Uh, nah, I think he's worse
I
than
think
Ballistic.
UT is worse than Ballistic. Okay.
Cause at least Ballistic, like for sure. Actually, I'm thinking we moved Ballistic to niche.
You think
Cause think
so?
about it. Cause think about it. Like he only has one specific thing, and that's the fucking combat aspect, right?
Yeah, and
But like
he
no one does what he can do. I think he would
that's
be a
true.
niche. I think I
All
would put
his
him in niche.
stat points do go into I want
Like
to win
one
this
thing.
I want to win this
Yeah.
fight right fucking now. We're gonna win this
Mhm.
fucking fight type kit. So
Yeah, his kid, I would put him in niche. Like
yeah,
he specializes in that one fucking area, and
yeah,
that's all he does.
and
But
he
everything,
does
but
it
then
good. He does it
yeah, and he
good
does
for
it good.
sure.
But
You just
he
have to make up.
slacks.
You have to make up for every 90% of his
Yeah,
other weaknesses. So
he just has a bunch of other weaknesses. But yeah, I put him in niche. So Gabe's the only one I put it overshadowed.
he is so overshadowed. All right, we'll go Horizon.
Horizon,
I'm gonna just
Horizon.
throw her up there, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's literally the only she's the only
yep,
legend where you can get height that
yep.
fast, that
Mhm.
like in that way.
Yeah,
Like, oh, you need
no one
height?
does what she
You
does.
need height, bro? I fucking boom. I fucking give you height right there. Oh, you need to get up high really quick. Boom.
Her
Just like that. One ability. Boom.
she does everything you would need a team player to do, right? Her lift does everything you would want uh it to do. It gives your whole team height. Her ult does everything you would want an offensive ult to do. It's a fucking black hole. And her passive is good for herself, right? So not only is she providing for the team greatly, she also has a little something to top off for herself. She's just an all-around like amazing character, bro. Like you just can't go wrong with Horizon, right? A lift is a lift,
One.
a black hole is a fucking black hole. Like,
What? 1 second. 1 second, bro. 1 second, bro.
um, I think, yeah, I think this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into Lifeline while you do whatever you're doing.
Lifeline. Oh, come on, bro. I feel like a lot of legends are gonna go into always has a place.
Lifeline?
Lifeline. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, shit, dude. Why wouldn't she go into always has a place?
Yeah, I mean, her passive
Why
breaks the
wouldn't
game.
she? Her passive is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You remain fully actionable while you get a knock. Like imagine your knock just being completely invalidated because you got that knock slightly like oh like 50 meters away. I got that knock 50 meters away. By the time I finally get there, he's already res. He's already up and I
Full
don't know.
health.
Yeah, full health like because they have a damn drone with the
Yeah,
ability and then
her
a
and
care
Conduit,
package.
her and Conduit break the fundamentals of a fight.
Like
There's no
yeah.
timeouts. There's no timeouts.
Mm, Lifeline can really keep up the pace of the fight. Like like even if it's like a oh I could see the knock. Well now you have to play the fucking like choosing game. Do I want to fight the lifeline right and shoot her, or do I want to shoot the person who's being rezzed?
Get
Like
one
oh
bang by the
and
Lifeline. Yeah.
yeah like do I want to take the time to like shoot the person she's rezzing, or do I want to shoot the lifeline herself? Like, let's say you're at an angle where you could shoot the person who's getting like downed, right? But you can't. But the lifeline can't shoot you. Would you want to spend those precious bullets and the time it takes to kill the knock person and then switch to your secondary?
Mhm.
I don't know. 'Cause it makes you as soon as she presses E or presses square. As soon as she does that, she now forces you to make a decision. She puts you in like a, all right, you have to make a decision now. And
Mhm. It's a
either
win-win.
way, it's a win-win. Like you're forced to make a decision now. So either way, it still benefits me. No
Yeah.
matter what decision you pick, it still benefits me, and I can play off of that, which I think is just way too fucking powerful, bro. I think that's just way too
Yeah.
good, bro.
And she
That
can do
shit's
it on
so
both teammates at once.
yeah, she can use that.
Yeah, if
She
she
can
has
use
two
it on
down
two fuck.
teammates, yeah, she can
She has
res them
two
both
down teammates, bro. I'll raise you
simultaneously.
both, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'll raise you both, bro. Oh my
Only
god.
character that can do simultaneous res. So, yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, but
I'd put her in always as a page.
now Mad Maggie. Honestly, I'm gonna just put her next to
Yeah,
Fuse.
I would say she's
I think
viable.
her and Fuse are interchangeable. I don't think one's better than the other necessarily. They both do the same thing just in a different way. So I think it's preference.
Yeah, I, yeah, I
I
can
think
see
you're like,
that.
oh, I want a little
I
more
think
movement.
her passive is a little weak compared to
Her
Fuse's
passive's
passive.
alright. It's
Like
alright,
compared
yeah.
to Fuse's, it's a little weaker, but it's alright. It's
Yeah.
whatever, right?
Yeah,
it's
I think
still
her
it's not
ult.
bad.
I think her ult is what mainly like you would want to choose her over Fuse for, cause her ult is pretty good movement, bro.
Oh yeah,
Her ult's a
okay,
good entry tool.
rotational. She's pretty good, and she like entry legend. She's
Yeah.
pretty good at that. So
Mirage.
I would also put in Vibe.
I'm up on Mirage and Niche.
Oh yeah, I put up in niche.
I'll
I
put
put
him
up
in
in niche.
Niche, especially now that you can see health bars. He kind of lost a lot
Oh,
of power,
did they
but
fix that? Did they fix that
no, they
yet?
didn't know.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, bro, I put him in fucking niche, bro.
Yeah, Niche. I mean,
He
Mirage is
is
Mirage. I don't know. If you master him, I'll probably put him in Viable, but
not everyone's gonna fucking master
90% of
Mirage, bro.
Mirages, that's just Niche. Mm,
Yeah, like his weaknesses are just too. Yeah, they're just too big, man. There's just too
yeah.
many weaknesses and
He,
not as much upsides as there are downsides.
yeah, his windows of opportunity, like to make plays off his abilities are very like short. And if you don't capitalize off the point 1 second that you have to one max someone, then he loses all the value that you just got from his ability. So I don't know. He takes a lot of setup. So he takes a
Like,
decent amount of effort to make work effectively, especially against good
yeah,
players. I
but
mean,
yeah, and it's not like he's bad either. He's definitely like he just have versatility with his clones and visual cover,
yeah, he's
and with his passive and his ult. Like having his ult every 15 seconds, or like 15 seconds of clones and then 15-second cooldown.
yeah,
I don't know. Like I definitely think that, but the effort that's needed to pull that off and the skill required to pull that off consistently and being able to just like, oh yeah, bro, I can definitely, I like from what you do, right? Like when I see you fucking just 1v3 a whole fucking team because they don't know which one you are because they're too goddamn dumb. They realize which one's the real you,
yeah,
or you just use your visual cover and just straight up just one mag them between behind your clones, like a line of clones.
yeah.
But the effort
I mean,
and ah, the
90% of
lack of,
Mirages aren't doing that. So I mean, yeah,
yeah, I'd put him in niche. I feel like he definitely
he
be
is very
viable,
niche.
but he's very niche.
Yeah. Um. Okay.
He basically specializes in that
All
type
right.
of. Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle.
All right, bro. I'm just gonna say this right now.
Okay, bro. Okay. I was
Yeah.
putting him in must pick. Shit, bro. I'm the biggest.
Newcastle
I'm
doesn't
not
have a
gonna lie,
single
bro.
weakness.
I would say the exact same thing. I feel like not only is Newcastle and always has a place, but I think right now he's a must pick.
Yeah.
Like he just
He's
does too
perfect.
much.
He's
He
perfect.
does too much. He does too much. Like he does everything that you would need a support to do.
Yeah.
Everything you need a support to do,
He's
he can do it.
he's a mobile Gibby. He's a Dollar Tree Watson. He's a Dollar Tree Rampart. Dollar Tree Lifeline. Uh, yeah. I mean, he's like 5 different characters in one. He has a Dollar
Like
Tree
and the
Dollar Tree
his
Vantage jump with his ultimate. Like,
yeah, like he is he is the most like well-rounded character for his role, at least like in a team comp in a 3v and like a 3-player setting and ranked. He is like, I don't know, I feel like you have to play him.
yeah, he
Like he
is.
just does too much. He's too versatile. He works with basically any character. You put Newcastle on a fucking team, boom, that role is now filled like multiple different roles. He's
Yeah.
like, the fact that he is so good at both defense and offense is crazy to me.
Mhm.
The fact that he can have like the mobility of his ult is crazy. You need him to save you. I boom, I can ult you. 75-meter distance.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to be aggressive and get an off angle with also cover and without being grenaded. Boom, I have my ult 30 meters. 30 meters to just take an off angle instantly. Well, not
Yep.
instantly, but like pretty fast, and then
Yeah.
being able to shoot from that angle.
He.
And the
Yeah.
like
His stat.
in
He has 100 in every stat.
like his ult, just his ult alone, right? You're able to get an off angle. You're able to get to your teammates quickly. You're able to barricade a door. You're able to destroy an ultimate. You're able to counter a catalyst, like reinforcing a door. She wouldn't be able to build a new
He
one
can
because
break
your
wraith
thing's like
portals. Yeah.
it can break wraith portals. It can like if you put your mobile shield down in a was it from a caustic gas ult, right? If you get the right angle, you'll be able to be protected from it.
Yeah.
You'll be able to be protected from the gas. I mean, his counters are like cost I mean Mad Maggie and Fuse, but no, just Mad Maggie actually. I would say
Yeah,
just
I
Mad
would just
Maggie.
say Mad Maggie.
Yeah, his counter is Mad Maggie, but I don't know, man. Like he's just too fucking
But Mad
good.
Maggie only
His
counters
ult,
his mobile shield now. It can't even counter his ult anymore, remember?
really?
Yeah,
They changed this a bit.
cause his ult deletes grenades and stuff.
Yeah, bro. I would just say like Newcastle is just so well rounded, and he can do so. He provides and offers so much, and he does like all of it like
Yeah.
really well. Or even if he doesn't do it really well, he does it to a point where you're like, yeah, like it's good
He's
enough.
what Mirage wish he could have been. He's fulfilling like 5 different roles at
Like
once, but he actually does it good.
being able to like, oh, okay, let's say you're in a 3v3 scenario, right? And you're on like you're on, what's the map called? The one with a map we were just playing in rank yesterday. What's that map called?
So point.
Storm Point. That's you're on Storm Point, right?
Mm.
And you're on like the outskirts of. One second, bro. I keep forgetting the goddamn name.
Mm.
All right. 1 second. I'm pulling up the info, bro. Motherfucker.
Okay, bruh.
I'm pulling up the info, bro. I gotta be precise. I gotta be
Uh,
precise with this shit. All right. What the hell? This is not. This is not updated. This is not an updated map, bro.
okay, it's fine, bruh. Let's just move on, bruh. Don't want to linger on
Oh, bro.
Newcastle for too
Let's
long.
say you're on the outskirts of Pylon, right? You're on the outskirts of Pylon, and you need to move to one team fight, right? Let's say your teammate cracks someone. The Newcastle by himself, right? Not needed. Can use his mobile shield to basically get to a power spot, like an off angle, like a good spot. And the thing is, if like, and your teammate gets knocked, he can go right back. He can go right back and res that knock
Yeah.
with like, and I don't know. He provides so much with his passive. His passive is always really good when you need him to use his passive. Like his mobile shield is always really good because you can shield dance around it. You can use it offensive and defensively. He's always really good because you can also use it offensively and defensively. I would say he's a must pick for sure.
Yeah, sounds
Like
about right.
I am the number one mobile shield fucking Newcastle Glazer, and I would say he's a must pick.
Okay,
But
so that's our
unbiased, I would still pick.
first must
Yeah.
pick. Don't know if there will be more, but yeah. Okay, we'll move on. Enough glazing of Newcastle.
Oh, I love Newcastle, man.
Rampart. I mean, she's really strong right now.
Man, oh, dude.
She's really strong
I,
right
s-
now.
I remember seeing you hide behind a door on pylon off drop, and fucking she let the door and knocked
Yeah,
you, man.
yeah.
She let the door instantly. She saw you hiding behind that shit. She
Yeah, cause
fucking
she has
knocked you.
Sheila off drop now.
Yeah,
See
she has
that?
Sheila off drop because it's like regenerative ammo. So that's pretty fucking good. That's a
Uh,
really good change.
she's for sure minimum. Hmm.
Well, a controller legend. Why does she always have a place though? I mean,
Uh,
doesn't a controller legend always have a place in a team comp?
I
Just
don't know.
like just base. They'd have to be pretty
I feel like
bad.
super aggressive teams won't benefit to Rampart as much because if you're a team that just like bum rushes and just goes all in and the
Ah,
fight finishes in like sub 20 seconds before a wall even needs to be placed down, then like Rampart didn't really do anything. But like obviously if you're doing good in a game and you hit end game scenario, you're obviously gonna want her walls, right? So uh, I think she's viable. She's good. I don't think she's like always has a place though. I think she's just really good.
yeah.
Just like Fuse. She's just
Now that you
really
mention
good.
that, now that you mention that, yeah.
I think
Like
she's just
if
really
you're in
good.
if you're in a hyper aggressive team and the fight finishes super fast, yeah, she's definitely not gonna be in. She's not gonna have a place in that team comp. But
Yeah.
I would say she's viable
Yeah, cause
for sure.
yeah, you kind of have to go out of your way to make her walls work in a fight. There's not a lot of scenarios where you go like, oh, I need a wall here. You kind of go out of your way to put a wall and be like, all right, I'm gonna play around this now. You kind of force yourself to use her, even in situations where you really just like the wall is like really not needed. You have to go out of your way to make her abilities like work in a fast-paced fight. So yeah, I think she's just really good. She's not bad. She's viable. Octane, uh,
Put him in.
I think he's overshadowed. I think he's overshadowed. Yeah. What do you think?
Hmm.
I think he's completely overshadowed.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's niche because like he specializes in speed, but that's a really selfish ability. And like a Mad Maggie, like for sure it's only in a straight line, but even then, like that's it's not as selfish as Octane's stim and his jump pad. Oh my god, jump pad sucks compared to other people's
I
like
would
other
use Ash over his
skirmishers.
jump pad.
Like, yeah, an Ash is way better than a jump pad.
I would use Ash
Like,
Portal over his jump pad any day of
yeah,
the
like,
week.
I would, yeah. Oh
So that
man, it's
automatically
okay.
makes him lower than Ash.
Like, I would say he's overshadowed by like other legends.
I think, yeah,
It's not
I
like
think
he's
he's just
bad,
overshadowed.
but he's like, there's just better options. Like, why would you pick Octane? Why wouldn't you pick like a Valkyrie or a Mad Maggie for the speed boost, or like I don't know, even a Ballistic
Or
because you'd be able to get that
any
straight speed.
character of movement, yeah.
Any other skirmisher like a soccer that like gives that shares movement with the team, or I don't know,
If
like
I
that.
want a hyper aggressive character, then I'm playing Revenant.
Or like a Pathfinder. Like a
Or
Pathfinder
yeah,
can
or
go
Pathfinder. If I want a
like a
hyper
Pathfinder.
aggressive character that's just gonna give no fucks and run in there, it's Revenant or Pathfinder. I'm not choosing
Yeah.
Octane, right? Uh,
Yeah, I did. He's just overshadowed. Unfortunately. I was about to tell you
all
to say it,
right,
but he's overshadowed.
all right. The Fallen
See.
King,
See.
the Fallen King himself, the man who's risen from the dead multiple times. Even now, he is back in the meta currently in AOGS, cause he's him. Um, I think, I think, given the long history of Seer, and even with all the buffs and nerfs and all the controversial beliefs that he's ass or he's good, I think history has proven itself enough already. Even right now, as history is being made in the current AOGS, I think it's pretty safe to say that he is just like always has a place.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think,
I would say that too.
yeah, I don't think you could ever take his kit out the meta, ever, unless you rework him completely. I mean, he's literally being used in the AOGS right now, which speaks a lot because I mean, you look at his pick rate. He's dog shit, right? He's dog shit, right? That yeah. If he's dog shit, then why is he being used in AOGS alongside Crypto, right? So
Yeah,
obviously, everyone always comes
I would
back to him for a reason.
I would also say this year has a kind of always has a place in a team comp. Like you need a recon, but you're not good enough to play crypto, or like let's say like you're more comfortable with like a more hands-on, more actionable recon. I would say Seer is like would always have a place. Like yeah, you could always
Yeah,
play Seer.
I think it's Sierra
It's not
Crypto for best recons. Yeah.
like yeah, yeah. I would say that he does his job. He does it really well, and it takes a little bit of time to be able to like use his abilities to the fullest, or even like to that like half of his potential. But once you do even get to like half, he would always have a place in a team comp. The only barrier would be like team communication. Like
Yeah.
if you're playing solo with no microphone on ranked, it's gonna be kind of fucking hard for you to like direct your team
Yeah,
to kind of
you can only use the
take
bare
everything.
minimum amount
Yeah,
of
you
like
would need
info.
this would need to be in like a three stack, three
But
people in Discord. Like in
yeah,
this that scenario, if you're playing him solo, oh my god,
yeah,
you have to have that fucking mic on. You have to have that mic on.
him and Crypto give the most info. So I
Yeah, for sure.
I was contemplating putting him in must pick, seeing how like he's always getting fucking used, even with like in his dog shit state. but I think that's a bit too far-fetched.
No, no. Oh, voice
I
cracker.
mean,
Because if you put him in must pick, you could also put crypto in must pick.
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Seer is no longer just wall hacks, right? He silences, right? And let's not forget, he's the only one in the game that can silence. He's the only one that has access to this feature. He can literally take your abilities and make you say bye to them for 8 seconds. I don't think there's any amount of words I could say to make people understand how strong that ability is. Like, uh, playing an ability-based game and then removing the ability-based combat out of a fight for 8 seconds is just, like, super detrimental to the team that's facing the silence. Like, if we're getting pushed and then our whole team all of a sudden gets silenced, you best believe I'm gonna hide my ass for the next 8 seconds. Cause if I'm playing like, I don't know, Mirage or like Newcastle or something, like I want my abilities to be up, right? I'm not, or like Conduit, like I want my abilities to be up by the time we start shooting. For 8 seconds we can't. That's 8 entire seconds that we are just raw dogging the fight with no abilities, while they still have full access to their abilities. And that's not even considering the wall hacks or anything. That is literally just the silence. And I think that is super detrimental in a team fight, getting silence. So just because of that, I was borderline thinking about putting him on must pick, just because he can silence. Not because he has wall hacks or whatever,
Do
but
you
just
wanna
because he can silence.
do you wanna actually rename must pick? I was thinking like must pick, but how do I say this? Like
I don't know,
how do I say it? Like how would you like I was
super. I don't know, like
like
OP. No, not
more than
OP.
the place. Like Newcastle has like he's more than just like oh I always have a place in a team comp. He's more
Red,
than that.
red
He does
carpet.
yeah, I guess put it like that, red
Yeah,
carpet.
they get the red carpet rolled out for them if
They
they're
get
on
the
the
red
team, bro. They
carpet.
get VIP treatment. They get that
Yeah,
VIP, bro.
VIP,
VIP.
bruh.
These are
For real,
these
bro.
are the top. Like
If we
they're him.
if we rename it like that, I would say like oh no, bruh.
S-list celebrity. S-list celebrity. What do you think about that?
Yeah. So if we go by like that, then
Always
yeah,
welcome. But
if you go
I
by
don't
like
know.
that,
Am I just like over
no, no, no,
glazing
no,
the
no, no.
silence?
I think that now that we renamed it, like not just a must pick, right? Because like I think now he'd be able to go on the red carpet. Now that we've renamed it,
Cause like
like Seer is not a must pick,
let me
but
give you.
he does more than enough for everything that he does.
Let me.
I would say that he's kind of like a he's like a team defining character. I
Mm,
guess. Same with Newcastle. Like Newcastle, he can go on any team, but how you play him and how you play, he can kind of go in every single one.
I
Whereas Seer is kind of like the same thing. Like, oh yeah, like I don't know.
I think
He does more than
I think the
enough.
silence feature is super unique outside of the gameplay, in the fact that the silence gets stronger when other legends get stronger. Right? Oh, this character is meta? It doesn't matter. You don't have abilities anymore. This character just got buffed to the fucking sky. His abilities are broken. It doesn't matter. You don't have abilities anymore. Like, that's how you need to look at his silence, right? You could have the most broken ability ever to exist, and Seer will go, no, you don't. You don't have abilities anymore, actually, for the next 8 seconds. Oh, and you're wall hacked, by the way. And slowed, by the way. Just, yeah. That's how I think of his silence, right? his silence doesn't age. It doesn't get worse. It gets better. The stronger other people get, the stronger he gets. Right? Crypto's meta right now. Crypto's super strong. It doesn't matter. If I hear Crypto go in his drone, I'm just gonna silence him out of the drone, and then boom, he's cooked. Right? I don't like Crypto. I mean, Seer has an infinite growth potential. This is the same thing we talked about Ballistic, where like his value was capped. Seer's value is unlimited because he will just keep getting stronger depending on how strong other legends are. That's how I think of his silence. What do you think?
Yeah. Ooh,
You ever thought about it like that?
nah. Thought about like that? The silence? I haven't thought about like that because to me in my head it's kind of like for me it's too like if I was playing this year, I would be like dog shit at landing the damn scan. But I've seen you, you're not too bad at it's not like you can definitely get good at landing the scan. So taking that into account,
I mean,
I would for sure put Seer on like a category where he's just like
I'll give you a
he
perfect
fits in
example.
basically almost any team comp, and with history repeating itself and showing that like proving that Seer can always be powerful, even if he's like worst kind of states, like when people think he's dog shit, he still has a place. Like he's still powerful. His base kit kind of is still really good. He's the only one who
Yeah.
can silence.
I mean, you remember the other yesterday when we were playing, and I silenced the Mirage mid ultimate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
I
mean
fucking did nothing.
that's just like another example of like silence. Like he was about to push in with the biggest balls and like I don't know do whatever, one Magus with his clones or who knows, and I just said no, you're not gonna pop your ultimate anymore. You lost the privilege to use your character. You're a Call of Duty character now. You're a blank slate. You have no abilities. I just think that's an ageless, timeless ability that can never be outshadowed. Silence will always be strong, and it only gets stronger as time goes on. So, yeah. Um, enough with that. We'll move on to Revenant.
Okay, yeah, I would put
um,
that motherfucker. Not only does he, yeah, I'd put that motherfucker at the very goddamn top, bro. He does an incredible amount with just one ability. I mean, like, oh, okay, you have a purple shield and I have a purple shield. Guess what, bozo? I now have 75 extra health, bitch.
yeah,
And I have 75 extra health, bitch. Look at that. Wow. Pussy. Boom.
it's
Not only that, but let's say like I'm dog shit, right? Like, let's say like they're dog shit, like the Revenant player, right? Let's say they miss other shots, right? And they just get clapped on. They could just pounce away.
yeah,
Boom. And they can't be followed.
amazing movement. Pretty good passive.
Like
Oh, broken
insane
ultimate.
movement, free movement. I would call it free movement.
Ultra
Actually,
free. Yeah, you don't have
their
to do anything.
movement their movement is fucking free. They have Revenant has free movement. Free movement, just like that, free movement.
He's like if you
Like
took Bloodhound's Ease of Use and put it into like a fucking
not
offensive
only
character.
that, but like any competent like Apex player in the hands of Revenant with his ult,
Yeah,
you have
you're never
75
gonna lose a
A4
1v1.
HP. I don't think you're ever gonna lose a 1v1.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you might even be like your chances of I don't think you're ever gonna lose a 1v1. Plus, you might even win like you have a higher chance of winning a 2v1 because oh, my 75 health is gone. I knocked your fucking teammate, bro. I got that shit back. I'm gonna re-peek you. Oh, but I lost 50 health. I lost all my 75 shield, and I lost 50 health on a purple shield. Oh, now I have a red shield now. Pussy, I have a red
Yeah.
shield. Oh, I'm on a white shield, but with my ult that I just got regenerated because I knocked your teammate, I now have a fucking purple
And I'm pretty
or
sure
a
his
red.
ult doesn't get affected by crypto EMP either, so it's
Like that's just like
yeah.
goddamn free movement, free positioning, insane wall climbing. Open up like you're able to open up like so many plays with his wall climbing ability. You're able to get the spots that like no one would think you can get to. It's just too crazy. Like
Yeah.
I definitely put he think
Pretty straightforward, yeah.
he's better than always has a place. Like he's
Yeah.
just too strong.
Um Watson out mm, her ult is something I was considering that was making her viable enough to put her and always have a place. Because her ult is just, you know how her ult is. Her ult's amazing, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like it's a little map dependent. Because, like, what if you don't get, like, in an area where you can put her ult down without it getting instantly destroyed by a team? Then she's kind of useless, no? Fences in the middle of the open are only going to do so much for visual cover. Her main attraction is the ult. But then the moment you can't have her ult in a good spot, you're kind of cooked, right?
Yeah.
You look at these other controller legends, Rampart, Caustic, Catalyst. You look at them and you put them to end game scenarios, and they do amazing, right? Like Catalyst in an end game scenario, she's gonna wall. It's gonna be amazing. She splits the whole ring in half. Caustic, he's gonna gas up the whole entire place. Rampart, she's gonna make her own fortified spot of the ring, and like she owns that like that corner. Watson, like, she can't do any of that. If she doesn't have a wall or a building or some sort of high ground to play, she doesn't really have the versatility as the others where they can claim a spot or take a spot. She kind of needs an already existing spot and then reinforce that spot even further. She can't really make something out of nothing, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. That's a fair. I would put her in viable.
Yeah.
Like I would put her in viable. Like she's not as flexible or as versatile as Catalyst or Caustic, but I don't think Caustic or Catalyst is as powerful as Watson is in like a building.
Oh yeah. I think her
She definitely
defensive
is
power
better.
is
I
like
think yeah, I think she's better than
insane.
Caustic,
Insane,
but not
insane.
like I don't think she's better than. I don't think
If she
yeah.
can do what she needs to do in a game, then oh yeah. But then if she can't, then yeah.
So I would just put her in viable.
Yeah. Valkyrie,
But
mm,
what I say she's better than Caustic though?
fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, she's better than Caustic. I 100% would say
Oh
she's better than
wait, yeah,
Caustic.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
Caustic can compare to Watson.
The only thing Caustic has was endgame ring
Yeah.
with the fucking ult.
Yeah.
But
Watson's always
yeah,
amazing. Healing, ordnance,
and her
fucking
fences.
defense, like in those exact same scenarios where we said Gibby, Caustic, and everyone would be insane because of their U-tone endgame, Watson says no. And she heals you in case you're low on heals on endgame, yeah. So she solves most of your endgame problems if you can get her into a scenario where she can allow like herself to do that for you. But if she's not
Yeah,
in that
but like
scenario, then yeah, she's not gonna do anything.
I would just put her in viable. Yeah.
But for Valkyrie, I'm gonna probably have to put her like where Alter is. I don't know.
For
I think
real?
her and Alter kind of are like same power level, except Alter can go higher, but I think Valkyrie. I don't know. I don't think she's is she niche? Nah, the queen can't have fallen that much, right?
I don't. Nah, she's not niche. I
I
don't
mean,
think
every
she's
time
really
I
niche.
played
Because
her, her ult has saved me like countless times.
are you kidding me? Yeah, her ult. It's like
But
I don't think you can really.
I think she's viable. I think
She's
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 viable.
a she's literally like an evac.
Yeah, you can never
She's
go
literally
wrong
like
with map
she's a
wide
better evac.
rotation. Yeah.
Like map back, you need to rotate. Boom, easy rotation, just like that. She
Yeah.
makes rotation so simple, so easy, so effective.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it basically.
Would she always have a place?
I don't think so.
Because I don't think so.
I
Because
don't
an
think so.
evac could replace her. An evac could
Yeah.
replace her.
Yeah, definitely not.
So
But
I would just put her in viable,
yeah.
strong, definitely like.
Hmm.
But I don't think she always, like 100% of the time has a place in any team comp. So yeah, just viable.
Wraith, I'll put. I don't know. I think Wraith is honestly a little niche. Honestly, I do think Wraith is a little niche.
Why?
I think her phase shift. I think her phase shift. Uh, can. I think her phase shift is something you have to not force yourself to like use, but it can kind of create bad habits where you get used to, oh, I can do this stupid shit and get myself in a stupid spot and I can get out of it because of Wraith. But like, I don't think if you're a good player, you would just get into a good spot. I don't think you would get into a bad spot and try to make a play off of that. I think if you're good at the game, then you're just gonna already be in a good spot. that you won't have to suddenly bail out of from because it is a good spot, you know? And because of that, I feel like Jesus, my dogs are fucking barking. Um, I think her phase shift is just a niche ability now at this point. I don't know. It's not that crazy. And her portal ultimate, I'd rather have a different skirmisher's ultimate. Like I'd rather have a Valkyrie ultimate. I'd rather have an Alter ultimate. Uh, I'd
Yeah.
rather. I low key might want an Octane Launchpad over that actually. Like her, the only scenario I see her portal being perfect in is like getting out of like super tight spots, but that's not always gonna happen. You're not always gonna be in a super tight spot and portaling a down teammate. But then guess who else's ultimate can get a down teammate out of danger? Her.
Yeah.
So she's already overshadowed in that department. I don't know. I just think she's super niche. I don't think like you're gonna choose Wraith being like, yeah, like Wraith is about to win us the game type shit, or like she's about to like make a game like a game defining play, which is possible for sure with her portal. It's just like it's not something that's gonna happen very often. I don't think. I don't know, but what do you think?
Yeah. Mm, I think I would say she's worse than Ash.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god,
I
this
could
guy, bro.
agree
I
with
would say
that.
she's worse than Ash, bro. I would say she's worse than Ash. Like that role of like, oh, I'm gonna be in a dog shit spot, but it's okay because I can get out of it. Kinda can be done by a lot of characters, right?
Yeah.
Like it can be done by an alter by pulling to a different side of the building or whatever,
Yeah.
right? And then playing that, and then giving your team time to, or yeah, your team time to kind of group back together and get into an advantage state. But yes, I would say she's needs. Her passive is kind of it has its uses, but I don't know. I don't like it. Oh, someone's looking at me. Okay,
Oh yeah, her passive. I don't even
what do
want to
you?
talk
Her
about.
passive is her
It's
passive is
worse
kind of dog
than
shit. It's
Octane
fucking
passive.
dog shit. It's fucking dog shit. I would say it's fucking dog shit. Someone's looking at you. Okay, what the fuck am I? What am I gonna do about it, bro? Does it tell you who's looking at you? Does it tell
No,
you
it just
where?
says you're
It
being
just
looked at.
yeah, it just tells you you're being looked at. That's okay. Sick, bro. What am I gonna do with that information, bro? Oh, okay. Let's say like okay, I guess you can go into a building, but why would you be out of the building anyway?
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a position where you're like, oh shit, someone's looking at me, why wouldn't you be in the building or in a safe position in the first place? Right?
Yeah, I feel like having a whole ability centered around let me get out of a bad spot is like, why would you have an ability to get you out of a bad spot when you can have an ability that can put you in a good spot?
Yeah, like I don't know.
Like Revenant Pounce or Pathfinder Grapple or Loba Bracelet, you can get into a good
Or
spot. Yeah,
Vantage
you can get
tag.
into a good spot, not something that's gonna get you out of a bad spot. Something that's gonna
Yep.
put you into a good spot.
Yeah, I would just put her in. I would just put her in niche.
Yeah,
Ah,
I think she's niche. I mean, I think
hold
she's
on.
niche.
Yeah, I think she's niche.
Ah,
It's not like she's. Yeah, no, no,
sh
because
low key
it's
with
not like.
Alter, she's low. I think she's low key a little overshadowed by Alter. I do think Alter low key overshadows the fuck out of her. Actual and useful passive,
Yeah, I
tactical
was
is
thinking
actually
like.
like good. Her ult is just a better
Oh,
version of her portal.
I I would. I was starting to
Shit,
think that maybe like she's
is
not
Wraith that
overshadowed
bad?
because I don't know her ultimate has flexibility though.
Yeah, her ultimate's flexible. That's her.
It's
That's what
flexible.
I.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
her
what I'm
saving
thinking.
grace from getting
I don't.
overshadowed. I
Yeah, I
think
don't want to say it's useless, right?
because her ult is so flexible, I think it's gonna. I would say it's still niche. I wouldn't put it
Yeah,
in overshadow
yeah. Loba.
because
Alright, bro. Alright, Jacob.
I always
Um,
minimum always has a place. I would say minimum.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it always has a
Minimum.
place.
Minimum. She. I don't think you're never gonna not get value out of her.
Yeah, I literally. I mean, what type of genre game are we playing? A
Like
fucking
you're
battle
literally playing
royale
a
looter,
fucking
right?
looter. You're playing a
You need
looter.
loot to win, right? Alright, well here it is. Here's the character that's gonna give you literally anything you want.
Like
There
I
she
don't think
is.
she's ever gonna be.
You can't make
I
her
don't think.
useless.
Yeah, her passive being able to kind of see like her passive's kind of yeah. I don't know. Me personally, I think it's actually really good.
Her
Being
passive
able
is
to see
fine, yeah.
purples
Her passive is
I would say it's
whatever.
pretty good.
Her ultimate
Like,
already does enough. Her passive is whatever. It's useful. It's not gonna help you win a fight, but you know, it does what it does good. It helps you find
yeah,
high
I
tier
would
loot.
say that like for the purpose that it does, like for you finding hiding like good loot, that's a really good passive.
Actually, it's
That's
actually
that is
more it's actually more valuable now considering they lowered the rate of purple and legendary items early game. So her
yeah.
passive is actually more valuable now than it ever was. But yeah, I think she
Okay.
always has a place. I mean, it
I would say she always has a fucking place. You can never go wrong with a. You can never go wrong with a Lola.
yeah.
So I would just put her in that. Speaking of
Pathfinder.
which,
mm,
oh yeah, yeah, go ahead. Pathfinder.
Uh,
I don't know, bro. I
I'll
feel
put him
like
in viable.
he's
I don't know.
what?
I don't think
You put
he's
him in
that crazy.
viable?
I don't think he always has a place.
Are
I
you being
I think
serious?
he's just viable, you know. It's nothing crazy. Like what he does is
Dude,
basic. He's not.
he can scan a recon or a scanner
Oh
for his
shit,
blue
you're right.
perk.
You're right.
He can create. He can
He
fucking.
because like he Loki
He
does have a place. He
he
can be
literally
recon or controller.
he can literally be recon or controller. Oh, I have a recon, but I don't have a controller.
Shit, you're
Ah,
right.
you're chilling, bro. You're chilling,
He's
bro.
kind of fulfilling the role of
He fulfills
Valkyrie,
like he
but more
fulfills the role of
flexible.
skirmisher. He fulfills the role of skirmisher, right? Getting your team to different places, being mobile, right? Getting around to like, you know, with your grapple, getting to places that like advantageous spots.
He's actually
You
yeah, he's
have
a perfect like sub-in
like
character.
I would actually put him in S tier celebrity, bro.
I
I'm
think
not gonna
only
lie.
because of his team comp. I think he can
Like
fit in any he can fit in
like
every team comp.
I think because of his perks, his tactical, his passive. What was his passive again? They changed it, right?
Uh, just scanning care packages reduces cooldown.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
I
that's
mean, it's
not
good.
too
You can
cool,
spam
but
zip
it's
lines.
good. But his zipline and his tactical and his pass and his perks, I think that puts him in S tier celebrity to
I
me
think his
personally.
abilities are so-so. I just think his team comp flexibility is what really makes him shine. Like
Yeah, I guess.
I think he puts always has a place like pretty literally. Like he quite literally
Like,
does always have a place in any team comp you could ever imagine. He can go with any character, and there wouldn't be downsides. Your team doesn't have a controller character. Oh, there he is. Doesn't have a recon. Oh, there he is. Doesn't have a skirmisher. Oh, there he is. He is.
yeah, bro.
He's five different classes in one, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like because of that, like not only does he always have a place, I feel like the always has a place like tier rank is like you can never go wrong with him, right? But with Pathfinder, he does more than enough. Just like how Newcastle's here and Revenant does. Like Revenant, I think would be actually kind of the top of the top. I'm not gonna cap,
You
but
think Revenant is
I
top of
would
the top?
I would bro, Revenant. That's too good, bro. Like I don't know what more do you have to ask for than 75 fucking health, bro?
Honestly, the more we talk about how strong our character is, the more I'm inclined to put Seer at the top because
For real? Oh, because of silence.
yeah, it's like any topic you talk about, oh, this character's ability is so strong, Seer just takes that topic and throws it in the trash and says, doesn't really
Mm.
matter when you're up against me.
Would you scan a Revenant in his ult? Does it silence his ult?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
But
know.
but if it
I would.
does, you lost that fight. If you don't manage to stall the fight for 8 seconds longer, and the fight starts then and there, you lost. You never got to you never even got to pop it. You lost. But it does
Yeah, I
stop him
don't
from
know.
pouncing though, or but whatever. But yeah,
Yeah,
it just depends on how good the seer is.
bro.
Uh,
I think I would put Pathfinder in
you think you'll put
S
him
tier
in
center.
S tier?
Yes, man.
Really?
He's kind of like
I don't think he's
Newcastle.
that good. He's not gonna win you a fight or win you a game. I don't think.
What? His grapple? You don't think his grapple and being able to go like
I don't
in
think
like a
he's gonna win
fucking
you a game. I don't think. In
maybe maybe I'm glazed.
an end game scenario, what is Pathfinder really gonna do to make you win a game besides get you into a good position
Well, I mean,
that anyone else can also get to because his zipline is universal and can be used by anyone?
I guess I'm glazing, bro. I guess I think I'm glazing.
He's good in terms of flexibility and versatility, but I don't think he's game defining and where he would go into S list. Like, cause you have to look at what we have in S list right now. We have
Mhm.
Newcastle, ultra versatile, ultra flexible, fulfills three different roles. He will win you a fucking game. You look at Seer, wall hacks, wall hacks, wall hacks, takes away the fundamentals of an ability-based game. You look at Revenant, has shield on top of shield, free movement, sees if you're one shot, and then you look at Pathfinder, flexibility, good movement, uh, de- decent offensive power. Uh, I don't know. I don't think it's like, fuck, I'm up against a Pathfinder. Fuck.
Ah,
I would go, oh fuck, I just got Seer Scan. Fuck. Or, oh fuck, you just started Newcastle Resing. Fuck, this Revenant has 75 more health than me now. That's the type of shit that makes me go, oh, I'm gonna fucking lose this game. Pathfinder, I mean, yeah, I don't know. He's good. I'm not gonna deny that he's not good. Or that he's good, but I don't think he's,
alright. Put him at the yeah.
I
Put him at the
think,
top of fucking Oasis or like right below
I
Conduit
think
or
he's up here because
something
he's
like that.
just flexible. He's flexible, but I don't think he has Newcastle flexible.
Yeah.
Newcastle is
Bro.
fucking flexible, but
I guess I'm.
he's a powerhouse with that flexibility. Pathfinder just opens up options. He's like a he's like an appetizer. He's like an S tier appetizer, you know? It's like, damn, that fucking appetizer was fucking good. But is that what I'm gonna remember, or is it gonna be my main entree that I'm gonna remember? Like, I don't think
Yeah.
I can put him in the same
I don't
wavelength
know.
as Newcastle.
I guess to see like yeah. I would put
Do
him
you
in a
get
very good
scared?
high
Do you
spot.
get scared going up against a Pathfinder?
Uh,
I
no.
get scared when I go up against one of these motherfuckers.
Oh wait, speaking of that, put life. Put I think you should put Lifeline Minister. So that,
I
now
honestly,
that we're going
I
back,
look you, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Put Lifeline in there. Put Lifeline in there. Now that we're new definition, yeah, put Lifeline in there. Put Lifeline there, bro.
Like these
So yeah,
motherfuckers, you
yeah,
should be
yeah. Those
scared of.
motherfuckers, bro. Yeah.
These
I'm scared of
motherfuckers scare
anytime I
me.
come across a Newcastle, a Seer, a fucking Bloodhound. I mean, Revenant, Lifeline. Oh yeah, I'm like, oh fuck.
Newcastle with gold knockdown? Oh, you lost. Lifeline with gold knockdown? Oh, you lost. You're fighting a team, you just spent all your health knocking a person or knocking two people, but Lifeline's still standing, and you have to heal. You can't re-peek, you lost. If you can't re-peek right then and there, you lost. Revenant,
Oh wait,
you
hey,
lost.
go ahead.
Seer,
Speaking of which,
yeah, you lost.
should we put Conduit up there too?
I don't.
Now that we're talking about it, is her ability like she does break a fucking fundamental of the
She
game, but
does.
is she like S tier? Because I don't think she does as much as that is an insane thing to
I
do.
don't think
Like,
her passive
but I
is
don't
good
think
enough.
yeah, I don't think she like I think she's just at the very top of that
I
tier.
definitely would if her passive actually did something, but her passive doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, her passive is not as
So
good as like Lifelines.
I think she's like 2/3 of the way to being here, but her passive
Uh,
is literally like a missing piece to the puzzle. All these
uh,
guys, their kits are complete. Like their kits are fucking pimped out. Like you can't really ask for more from their kits right now. Like every part of their ability is adding something to the fight to help you win the game. Conduit, it's mainly just her healing and then her ult every now and then. You look at these guys, their abilities are always working overtime. Overtime, always doing something to help you win the game, always doing something to help you get an edge in the fight, in the game. So they're always doing something to help you win. I don't think Conduit's doing that. But, yeah.
yeah. Uh, okay, yeah, I'm much more happy with this putting Lifeline on top because I was thinking to myself, that's Lifeline's gonna go up.
I think Conduit's right there.
Yeah, Conduit's like
She's
almost
right
there.
there.
If she had a better passive, I think she would be like her
Yeah,
abilities would be working all the fucking time. Like a passive that was like if her passive was better, I think yeah.
yeah.
But right now, I guess so that too.
She's right there to being up there with the big dogs. Right there, but she's missing that extra little push I think she needs. So, cause like, just look at Newcastle, man. Just this motherfucker has so much stuff he can do in a fight. It just keeps. He's the gift that keeps giving. Like, you start off a fight with your mobile shield, and then you can So you can go into the mid part of the fight with your ult, and then towards the later end of the fight, as your teammates are getting knocked, you can use your fucking passive. You see what I mean? Like, you're always using his abilities. Every part of his ability. There's not a single part of his ability that's being left out of the fight. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
Same with Revenant. Like, you're using his movement to get the high ground or whatever. You're using his ult obviously, and his passive is automatic. Like if you make someone weak, it's gonna tell you and your whole team that they're weak. Something is always happening in the background to make his full kit work. Lifeline, you could argue her care package and drone aren't technically always doing something in a fight, but her passive keeps her in the fight, right? Her passive breaks the fundamental of I have to stop and revive, throws it out the window and says I can keep, I'm still actionable, right? My feet are still on the floor. I can still do something. So that alone is, that just goes to show how broken Lifeline is, alright? That just goes to show how broken that ability is.
Mm-hmm.
Reviving without needing to revive? Okay, bruh. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. No one likes you, bruh. But I'm gonna Vantage. I'm gonna just go ahead and put Vantage viable.
I would just put in viable.
I think I think she's I think she's like the same as Rampart. I don't know.
I think.
Uh
I think. If I'm using on this, I think definitely do think that Vantage is. Yeah, Vantage is viable. I don't think she always has a place though.
no, not at all. Not
I
at
don't think
all.
she always has a place.
I
I
don't
think
think,
she's
yeah.
just viable. I don't think
I
like her
think the
kit
season
can
before this
always
was
be used.
niche. Yeah, I think before you would call her niche, but now as of like the current season, the current stage she's in,
She.
she's obviously pretty viable.
But I don't think she can fit.
Did you
I
ever
don't think she can do
did you ever
like
find out
almost
what her passive did, by the way? That buff they did to her passive where it's just like it pings you for 8 seconds or whatever?
on the map, right?
Yeah. Did you ever find out
Yeah.
what that did?
Yeah. I found out.
Oh,
Including that, I would say she's fine. But is she better than a crypto? I don't think so. But is she better than a? Is she better than a fucking bloodhound? I don't think so, Bucko. I don't think
I
so,
think
bro.
her biggest flaw still stands though, bro.
What?
Especially since with my session the other night, where I had a pretty good advantage on my team, hitting every shot. And what happened was she downed like 2 people across the map, and I'm like, dude, good shit. And then I quickly realized like, how am I supposed to capitalize off of that?
Yeah.
Did you just spend your entire ult to knock 2 people, but we can't even do anything about it because they're more than 150 meters away from us? What am I supposed to do? And that quickly made me realize like she's not that crazy.
Like you need like you need like a pathfinder. You need like someone that can get you to that spot fast. You need like a Valkyrie.
Or you
You
need a
need a
Vantage that's
fucking
just good at sniping at the midish range and not like long
yeah.
range. But
150 meters plus, bro. You need a Valkyrie or a
yeah,
pathfinder,
yeah. I
something
mean,
like
to
that.
give you perspective, Ash's portal only goes 70-ish meters now.
Yeah, I was
So
about to
it
say
would
like
quite literally take 2 Ash portals to close the distance.
that's just not enough. That's just
Like
not enough,
four
bro.
Octane launch pads. Yeah. 5 Revenant pounces. I don't fucking know. But yeah, just because of that, that makes me like have a really big distaste for her. Cause like you do really fucking good hitting the shots. Even if they're watermelon size, you're still hitting the shots. You're getting the knocks. You're doing what you're supposed to do. But then you're getting punished at the same time because you can't play off of having a sniper.
Yeah, that's why I don't think she's will always have a place.
Yeah, it's so
'Cause you
strange.
need to build around her.
It's so strange to me.
Like you're not playing off of that shit with the crypto and the horizon on your team.
Yeah,
That's
isn't
not gonna that's you're not gonna play that shit. You need to build around her. So I would just say
that
she's
she has such
viable.
a strange kit. Like you're encouraged to snipe, but then you get punished for sniping because you can't even do anything off of your sniping. So, unless you use your ult to thirst them as well, but then if they have a knockdown shield, they're just gonna, yeah. I might put her lower honestly. Like
I'll put her below Alter. No,
yeah.
is she worse than Valkyrie though? I think Valkyrie's better. I would
Um,
say Valkyrie's above. Let me look at this actually. And I still haven't made up my mind about Fuse. Is he always? I don't know. I feel like no. I think he's still valuable. I don't think he does
I
his job
am.
as well enough to be like, yeah, I could always use a Fuse. Like I don't know. I feel like he's just viable. I
I'm
feel
pretty
like
content
grenades
with this
are
tier
powerful,
list.
right? Like you need grenades 90% of the time, right? 90% of your fights, right? But how many nades do you need? How many
I, I, I
nades do you need?
I don't think
One,
it's the
two.
fact that of how many nades you need. I just think it's the fact that you have a nade to use. Period.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I guess the fact that he's putting everything into nades, like, I don't know. I would still put him in
It's like
viable
all
and
eggs.
not
It's
risky
like all your
players.
eggs in one basket,
Yeah, he's
right?
he's put he's putting all his eggs in the grenade basket, but like, and grenades for sure help.
Yeah, but he's. It's not
And
like
like
he's a
he's
master of
it's not like
one or like.
like and he definitely used those grenades because grenades are just versatile by themselves. Grenades are just versatile, straight up. And he has a lot of them, right? And he can play around that. And he can throw them farther and he can throw them faster than anyone else. But
So
I'm
what? You don't think
trying to think of ways why he wouldn't be. Because I don't know, do you really need fucking 15 nades to just think about how many times have you seen a fuse blow
Well,
their load just for nothing to happen?
that's because they're bad fuses, to be fair.
I guess.
But
So
how
would
many
a good
times do
fuse
you
blow
see
them up?
one good nade fuck up your entire position?
Yeah, but like you don't need to be a fuse to
I
get
think
that one
I
grenade.
think bad fuses are bad for that exact reason. They're not they're putting quantity over quality. They're just spamming in your general direction hoping something happens. A good fuse or any good player for grenade period will put that one nade and they will cook you with it, alright? Whether it's sticking you with an arc star, whether it's sky nading you with a frag, whether it's perfectly thermiting you behind cover. A fuse with his knuckle clusters, he will perfectly deny you a huge amount of area if he's good without blowing his entire load, right?
So then couldn't you make the argument that just a normal player that's with just one grenade, like I don't think you need to be a
Well,
fuse.
the thing is, not every player has a knuckle cluster.
I guess so the deciding factor is how good is his knuckle cluster? Is his knuckle cluster good enough to beat
I
him like
think
an
his
O
knuckle
setup
cluster is the
base?
best tactical in the game. That's how good I think it is. That's how good I think it is.
Really?
Okay, how many times in a match do you use cover?
Quite a bit. Almost literally like fucking
Always.
80% of the game.
Always, right?
Basically always,
You
yeah.
always try to use cover. Alright, there you go. Here's a character that says no to your cover. So theoretically, he will always have an answer to a problem that has to do with cover. He will always have an answer to that. But even outside of just fighting, the thing with being able to pick up more nades helps inventory economy, right? Because I can now pick up two nades for just one slot, that's all of a sudden I have more inventory slots filled up that I can pick up for heals, ammo, for ult cells. Uh, it expands the inventory economy for you and your team just because I can now free up that much more inventory that otherwise would have been taken up by two nades or three nades or whatever. So uh, I think he's fucking strong. But the same way that every nade has a max potential, I think his knuckle cluster has a max potential.
I guess I'm trying to see like what would a fuse look like at his worst?
You've seen what it looks like at his worst. Blowing his entire
No,
load
but
and hitting you
no,
for
but
3
that's like
damage.
I mean like in the worst situation, like the best fuse possible, but in the worst situation possible.
Mm,
Like how good would they be able to do? Like we've seen how good a fuse can do in like a even a neutral position. But how good could they do in like the worst position, like disadvantage wise?
well, describe the scenario and what do you I could
Okay,
see.
let's say you're on pylon, right? And let's say there's a team who's like above ground, above above on the fires floor.
Okay.
What exactly like makes him so that he always has a place? Fuse.
Mm,
Like
okay,
I don't
so
know. Maybe
how would a fuse
I'm just
go
not
about
seeing.
approaching, pushing the
Yeah.
third floor pylon?
Like I guess
I mean,
I'm not
obviously
really.
Sky nades,
Uh-huh.
because he can carry like 50 million nades. Theoretically, hypothetically, assuming he has that many nades, because he has fuse, he could technically just try to Sky nade. Um, he could knuckle cluster the zip line, which guarantees a certain amount of space, technically. Not saying that one knuckle cluster is going to all of a sudden free up the entire floor for him and his team, but putting down the knuckle cluster will guarantee a certain amount of area that I know that they're not going to be at anymore, right? If I put my knuckle cluster here, I know that I can be there, or my team can be there. Uh, but I don't know. I think if I was Fuse, I would probably just Skynade, ricochet the frag nades off the like the ceiling or something, and then just take up space and then push up from a different angle that they aren't looking. Cause I'm throwing all these nades everywhere, the team is gonna be scattering. You know, they're gonna be scattering to willy nilly wherever the fuck they can get to not get hit by a grenade. That's my team's opportunity to push, basically. Um, Knuckle clusters, you can't really skynade knuckle clusters at all actually, but you can use it as a uh, it's kind of a push, but you could technically use it as a psychological mind game, right? You can put your knuckle cluster at the top of the zip line, and then that'll make the enemy go, oh, the fuse is not gonna go through his own knuckle cluster, right? The fuse is, nah, he's not gonna take some damage and go through his own knuckle cluster. Surely not, right? I'm not even gonna bother looking there right now, cause that's like, it's the same thinking of, oh, he's not gonna walk through his own frag nade, right? Is he about to blow himself up? Is he gonna do that? Nah. What do you do when when you see someone throw a nade? You're gonna assume that they're obviously not gonna walk through their own fucking nade, right? That's like one of the most basic assumptions. Like obviously, I'm not gonna. Do you walk into your own nade when you throw a nade? Do you do that?
No, bro.
Yeah. So if you're a fuse, you could technically mind game, and obviously mind games are always a gamble because some people are stupid, but you can mind game and put a knuckle cluster down on both zip lines and then take one, and then the enemies more likely than not they're not going to be looking there. And then don't forget knuckle clusters also make a fuck ton of noise. So there's a good chance that they can't properly hear which zip line you're taking, or don't hear it in time and you're already up and your team has a jump, then yeah. So yeah, that's definitely one of the options you could do. Cause I don't know about you, but I don't walk through my own nades when I throw them. I don't know about you, but yeah, I don't be walking through my own fucking nades. That's the last thing I expect from someone. So if a fuse knuckle cluster or something, the last thing I'm gonna expect is for him to walk through his own knuckle cluster and push me. So I mean, don't know what do you think about that, but
I guess I don't know. I guess the reason why I'm not seeing why Fuse would go into Art as a place is because he's more like open-ended in his team comp. It's not as direct as like a Horizon Lift or a Conduit Heal or like a crypto scan
yeah,
or even like a catalyst wall. Fuse's like team synergy is not very obvious. It's not
that's
it's
true.
not it's not obvious as to like what exact it's too diverse for me to even like consider it as like always has a place. Like always has a place. Like Horizon, I mean no shit, right? It's a fucking lift. But I don't know. I guess I'm really like
That's true. I
I would have
don't.
to like
Yeah,
how I don't know. There's so many ways you could tackle like a situation as a fuse for me to really see like, oh yeah, this is the proven method. This is the proven method for Fuse to do this. Like you know how like oh Horizon, this is the proven method for you to get height. Just fucking put the fucking ability down, right? This is
yeah,
the proven method for you to take space with Bangalore. Put your goddamn smokes down. This is the proven method for you to win a fight with fucking Conduit. You heal your teammate. But with Fuse is not as straightforward. It's fairly complex.
Yeah.
It's not as easy. It's not as like it's not like it takes a lot more understanding of the character and the game in general to kind of do the same thing that those characters do, which is why I'm not really saying why he always has a place. But at the same time, that can also like that same argument could be used for why he always has a place because of that versatility. Like, and I can't make up my mind whether or not I don't know. I can see the argument. I think I would like not thinking about it more. I would put him in always has a place. I think I agree now
Uh,
because it may not be as straightforward as a Loba ult or a Bloodhound scan or right, but it is versatile enough to where you're like, yeah, a fuse can always do good in this situation because they have options like that.
mhm.
So yeah, I guess I would put him in
I
always as a
honestly
place.
get what you're saying. Yeah, now when I think about
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
yeah, he's very,
yeah.
he's not
He's not
straightforward.
straightforward. He's not
Mad
straightforward
Maggie's
at all.
straightforward, I think. I mean, aggressive entry character, want a pair of like, I don't know, like a conduit or whatever, but Fuse, yeah, I don't know. But
So
I do think
I
he,
guess I would put him in always as a place
as long
because that motherfucker, he confuses me, bro. He confuses
as
me,
long as
dog.
grenades have a place, in my opinion, I think Fuse always has a place.
Yeah.
Because you just have to think of him as a walking grenade machine, which he is. But this should. I am pretty satisfied with this tier list. I'm gonna put Ballistic under
Okay,
Mirage.
let me get this one.
I I honestly might put Vantage under Caustic.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that too. What I put,
Rampart.
what I put,
I don't
what
think
I put,
Nah, Mad Maggie is
what I
good.
put Valkyrie so low. What I put Valkyrie so low though.
I honestly think we
Like there are
have
things.
to. Is
Really,
she
I
better
don't
than
know, man.
Alter? No.
Mm,
Actually,
like
her ult
I don't
just
know what.
does too damn much.
Yeah, Valkyrie's ult just does too much, bro. How many times have we been playing on fucking Stormport and we have to get past the mountain, but an evac won't cut it?
Yeah, but an Alter just. I think Alter. She does have unlimited skill value. Like, her value ceiling is just unlimited height. Like, she just. As time goes on, people are gonna figure out how to use her even
You know what?
better and
Yeah,
better.
I think. Never mind.
I
I just
see it.
realized how Valkyrie kind of only has the ult. Every other wild ability is kind of like really selfish.
Yeah,
It's not as.
even
It's not
me
as.
who has a lot of time on Valkyrie, I don't even see myself using the missile a lot. I'm like, oh shit, I only use the missile like twice this game. Cause like it's just
Yeah, I don't
like,
know.
fuck, you go inactionable when you use the missile. It's like you don't always want that. So
Yeah, it's.
I, I'm pretty satisfied with this tier list. Like, ah, yeah, this is looking pretty good. Conduit is right there to being the best, up there with the best. Ooh, but this is saying we think Newcastle's the best character. It's either
I
Newcastle.
think.
I think okay. I don't think Seer could be the top because he's technically an enigma of strength. He inherently is not strong. He's only strong because he can remove how strong other people are. So like it's kind of like
Yeah,
artificial strength, you
go
know?
ahead and put Revan at the top, bro. Go ahead and put Revan at the top, bro.
Mm,
I would not argue with
I,
that. I think
mm,
it's a good place for him to be.
you might be right,
And
honestly.
I don't think I would argue with someone
I
saying
mean,
Revenant is the best character in the game. I don't think I would argue. I'd be
I,
like, yeah, I can see why you think that,
put
bro.
a controller demon on Revenant. Yeah, I don't see how you're gonna beat him.
Yeah,
By the
I
time
don't
you do
think this.
75 damage, you're knocked. He's gonna have that 75 back. Yeah, you're not.
Put a fucking Revenant with a goddamn Havoc turbocharger controller demon. There's no fucking way, bro.
I think Seer might be the bottom of this, honestly.
Like,
Seer has artificial strength. He's only strong because he can make other people not strong. He's not. I don't think he's inherently super super duper strong. If you don't account for his silence, I'm putting him here. But since because he has silence, I'm putting him here. Lifeline breaks one of the most important fundamentals of a fucking battle royale game. Of course, yeah.
no, but we put Bangalore there too.
Nah, I don't think
Let's see,
so.
why wouldn't we?
Um, her cooldowns are incredibly long. Uh, I think her smoke can fuck you up. Uh, her smokes aren't only like beneficiary, right? Like her smokes can fuck you up. Like you don't only benefit from her smoke, right? If someone does a bad smoke, you're gonna get fucked by it, and you will be able to tell. Um, you don't get aim assist inside her smoke, first of all. And you know a majority of people play on controller, so I don't think she's like super duper strong like she used to be. No more digi threat. Mm, you can't hide. You cannot hide in your smoke anymore. Uh, yeah, not being able to hide in your smoke is kind of a big downside. Uh, I just don't think. I don't think. I just don't think she's game breaking. She just doesn't seem game breaking to me, you know? Like
Yeah.
the reason these guys are up here because they're game breaking. Cause like they just do so fucking much, or they do something so well that I will consider it game breaking, right? Like Lifeline, Revive breaks the game. Newcastle's versatility. He has I don't what's the term? He has identity disorder, identity crisis.
Yeah.
Like he can't figure out what the fuck he wants to do, so he just does them all, and he does it good. And Revenant, he's just these guys are all game breaking. Bangalore, would you really say she's game breaking in the current state she's in? With no more digi threads,
Nah.
can't hide in smokes, uh, longer cooldowns, smokes last less duration. Ultimate has an insane long cooldown.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't think she's game breaking anymore. Especially now that she can't be paired with Bloodhound for the can't see shit meta. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I don't. Let me see. Crypto. Crypto. Why wouldn't I put him in? Skill gap? No, we're not really taking into account skill gap, are we?
What?
Why wouldn't crypto be put into S tier list? Like, why wouldn't we? He is pretty powerful. Number one information tool.
Uh,
Best ult in the game.
I think his main
Crazy
flaw,
passive.
his main flaw is still there. His main flaw that's always been there. If he's in his drone, he's inactionable.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't have his drone, then he doesn't have abilities. His main flaw is still there. No drone equals no abilities. If you're in drone, then that means no actionable. And yeah, that's basically it. I think that he's allowed to have all this power because of these weaknesses. If he didn't have these weaknesses, I don't think he would be allowed to be as strong as he is right now. So for that, I don't know if we can put him into S list, right? Because the moment you break his drone, what is he gonna do for the next 30 seconds or 15 seconds if he has the purple perk, right? Like he has nothing for the next half minute and or whatnot. So I don't know. What I'm trying to say is he has too much of a direct and open counter, like very straightforward counter.
Mm.
So you literally just have to break his drone, and then he's just a normal guy. He literally has nothing. He's just a normal guy, no abilities. So yeah. Mm, yeah.
What about Catalyst? Because Catalyst is
Caddy?
fucking. Oh, I guess. Because what would her weakness be, right? Oh, you're out in the open. What are you gonna do now? I guess you could also say like a rock, I guess, and then with her ult, like she's not gonna be able to make something from nothing, like Newcastle is, but she's not like she. Actually, you're right. She's not gonna be able to do it as well as Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't think
But
she
then
can.
again, she's fucking crazy in a building. I mean, how often do you play a building?
Often,
Like
yeah, for sure.
besides
But
a besides Endgame. Endgame is the only like and even then her her ult would be fucking crazy Endgame. Like we've seen how good
yeah, for
her ult
sure.
is Endgame. But
Mm,
would it be enough to just put her in the top though?
I this is what I think. I think that the reason why she's in always has a place is because she's flexible, right? I still think that most of her central power comes around building focused plays. Like you still want to be in a building when you play her. Same as Watson, same as Caustic. You still want to be in a building, right? It's just the fact that her ult works outside of buildings is what pushes her flexibility up. But once the ult is done, she doesn't really do too much anymore. Once like the ult is used and the 15 seconds or 20 seconds go up, it's like she's done. She rest of her kit outside of her ult is building focus. So if somehow she can make like doors like on grass like from thin air, then yeah, but yeah, if she doesn't have her ult and you guys are on the open, then yeah, she's not that crazy. So
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, she can't really do like the reason why she's not up there is because she can't do like what Newcastle can do.
yeah,
Like, think
exactly.
about it. Let's say Newcastle uses like their mobile shield first, right? To get to like a I don't know to a rock, but the rock just isn't cutting it, right? And let's
Yeah.
say either which one comes first, right? Whether someone gets knocks first or the mobile shield goes down first, right? You have the option to use the mobile shield that you're gonna use as resing for cover, or your ult, right? And let's say both happens, right? Like Catalyst doesn't have all those can't do what Newcastle can do, which makes them so powerful. Like I'm turning it into a Newcastle thing, but she can't do like what Newcastle can in terms of versatility, but power in that versatility.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I would just take her and always has a place, but she does always have a place. I would agree.
Mhm.
But Loba, I think the ult for sure, and her ring. I don't think that would make her top
I
of the
mean, you're
top though.
always gonna need loot.
Yeah,
There
you're
there
always
won't be a
gonna
single
need loot.
situation where you don't need loot.
But I
Even
don't think
like
I'd put her.
grenades and whatever.
I don't think I'd put her at the top of the top for that. I just think I'd put her like pretty high up though. Somewhere like, yeah, somewhere like that. No. Like next to Catalyst, bro. Come on up, bro. You only see loot's pretty important, bro. Loot's pretty important. Off a hot drop, end game ring, bait game ring, going to a building, like
Mhm.
positioning as well. I think that Bloodhound, same thing with there. I mean, wall hacks is wall hacks, right? Passive being able to feel like, oh yeah, someone passed through here 30 seconds ago. That's pretty good information. So I would say he always has a place, no
Mhm.
matter who, no matter and he's fulfilling the scanner role too, and then Fuse and everything else. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this tier list. This is basically my thoughts.
So we're both agreeing that Revenant is the best character in the
Oh
game.
yeah, oh yeah, bro. I think, yeah, I would say Revenant is just too fucking like. Not only does he fit, he's kind of like the opposite of Newcastle, where like he doesn't have as much versatility as much as Newcastle does, and has all that power, but he just has way too much fucking power in that one with his ult, like in that one category with his ult. Like it's
Mhm.
just too much power to just take him to the top. And not only that, but he will always have like Revenant, Newcastle, Lifeline, Seer. They always have a place, right? But then they take it to even further. They
Yeah.
dominate.
I think
They
this is a
fucking
broken
dominate.
team comp. I think this is a
Like
broken team comp.
they fucking dominate, bro. They dominate. Like
Could you
there's just
imagine this team
no.
comp, bro?
Oh, bro, we gotta tell Jennifer to fucking play Revenant. Yeah, bro. Tell Jennifer to play Revenant.
Yeah, but this is crazy. Yeah.
This is like I don't know. Like these people just stand out because they not only do they fit in any like team comp, but they just do everything better.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
I don't know. So this tier list, I'm pretty happy with. I would say this is kind of how I see it, the state of the characters and how I think they are. Because no legend really is like worse. I wouldn't say any legend at all is fucking dog shit. I wouldn't say that. Like I would just say like they're overshadowed. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's pretty happy with the playlist. I mean, tier list is pretty much it. That's how I would describe it. Like my thoughts and everything about the game that I've uh experienced so far.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
I'm pretty satisfied.
everything with Watson and her weaknesses. Rampart, her weaknesses, Alter, Pathfinder. Yeah. I think this is basically like kind of how I think of the game right now.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. I I'm very satisfied with this tier list. I think this represents everything. I think perfectly. This is honestly, I'm so tempted to put Newcastle as the best character.
I mean, okay, bro. Let's talk about why, bro. Let's talk about why. See, Revenant, right? 75 HP. Passive, being able to climb walls, right? And being able to like just crouch while shooting and right, destroying your health box. But and getting that shit back immediately and having a fucking free movement pounce. That is fucking strong. But what I say it's more powerful than how versatile and how powerful Newcastle is in every single one of his like categories that he can do.
Yeah, that's
You know what?
it's cause Revenant. If you look at it numerically, his offensive stat is like 120% out of 100. And then Newcastle's stats would be like
80.
like yeah, like 80 offense, 100% or like 90% defense and like 80% support and shit like that, right? It's just like winning a fight isn't always gonna winning a fight
Yeah,
isn't like the
that's why I was. You know
ends all
what?
meets all, right?
Yeah, like positioning. Let's say like a revenant, right, is gonna be able to get out of like the open, right? Let's say you're on fucking Storm Point and you're rotating from pylon, but you're in the fucking that one open ass area, like after the hill, on the fucking like when you're heading towards Beast, or not Beast, but when you're heading towards Barometer, like from the pylon and you head towards Barometer,
Yeah, yeah.
there's that open ass space with like all the water and shit,
Mhm.
right? Like, and let's say like there's two teams on like opposite angle and you're pinched, right? A Revenant is definitely going to be able to get out of the situation, but a Newcastle is going to be able to save you. Like a Newcastle is going to be able to get you to like a better position and then being able to reinforce it, and then I don't know, he's going to be able to get you farther than a new fucking Revenant will. Like a Newcastle is
Yeah.
going to be able to take you're going to be able to take the team with you.
Mhm.
Like Revenant can only take himself
I think be able
to
to
safety.
win I think be able to win situations other than just winning a fight matters a lot. Cause like, what
Like
about winning third parties, or like
yeah,
winning defending your spot, or winning getting to a spot, or taking it away from somebody? Like that matters, right?
yeah. Like it's positioning's half the paddle, right? And Revenant can only take himself
Hmm.
so far, but Newcastle's going to be able to take the team with him,
So honestly,
which
this is
is what
pretty
I think.
valid.
Which is why I think Newcastle's like a better. Oh, dude, Newcastle is just. Oh, Newcastle is too fucking too good, bro. He's too versatile. He's too powerful. He's so fucking.
Just makes me realize Seer is the Hakari of Apex. If
Okay,
he hits
bro.
a triple scan, which is like a jackpot, for the next 8 seconds, he is the strongest character.
Damn it, bro. Yeah, bro. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. But I would definitely say Revenant is. Would I say Revenant is more powerful than Lifeline? Yeah, I would actually.
I think Revenant
I
is
would.
point like 0.01% weaker than Newcastle, only because he's not flexible.
Mhm. And like even then, like I don't know, Revenant out in the open. Yeah, he'll be able to take himself. He'll be able. He'll be. The Revenant will be fine, but his team won't. His team won't.
Yeah,
His team won't. Like in any situation, the Revenant will be fine, but not his team.
and
Not his fucking
basically
team.
in a situation like that, if you lose, then or if your team loses, then you basically lost too. So
Yeah, like you basically lost. So. But you know, there's support on your team. Bullshit, buddy. Craft them back. But
that's why you should play
yeah,
Revenant and Newcastle.
I should play both, but because you'll be able to like, you'll be able to fucking. If it's just two, bro. Oh, the double pounds. Double pounds, bro.
Okay.
Revenant pounces away, and then you
Okay, we'll
fucking
end the
Newcastle
video there,
overthrows
bro.
him.
Now we just trying
Yeah.
to. Okay, okay. Well, this is a tier list. Let me know what you guys think. This Yeah, this is it. Final revision, final draft.
Pretty happy with this.
Yep,
It's kind of what I think of the state of the game.
yep.
What are my qualifications? I have no life, so I think that's a pretty good qualification there.
Oh yeah.
I have like too many hours on this fucking game,
I think my qualification
so
is I just sat here for the last 2 hours making an Apex tier list video, so I think that speaks a
yes,
lot in and
bro.
out of itself.
Bro, I think I'm like the high. Have I ever won LGS? No. Have I ever even qualified for the ALGS? No. But I'm pretty qualified to talk about this. So,
Oh yeah,
that's my
same
qualifications.
here. Yeah, I think my
So
I think our opinions are pretty valid compared to like
yeah, bro.
how or like.
Now our his Watson.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
bro. Yeah, I think ours is just as good, bro.
I think this is the most valid tier list. Yeah. All right, that's it.
Peace out
Take care
and peace out.
and cooch out.